decided to. He hasn't been in here. I don't know when he snuck back there and curled in a ball, but it was between, I don't know.
He knows it's TV time. He knows it's TV time.
Hello, everyone. It says we're live.
Okay.
Hello.
Oh, I see us.
Yeah, we were just talking about Parmesan joining the party tonight, although he's napping. He's not really in the partying mood, apparently. So, hello, everyone. Welcome in.
This feels so foreign, yet so right that it's Monday night at 8 p.m.
Monday? Yeah. I know. Were we just here? Yeah, we were.
Yes.
We were. Well, I hope everybody had a good Easter.
Oh, that's right. Did we have Easter?
Well, it was just yesterday, right?
Yeah. Oh, we did. We did.
Are all your cookies gone?
There is one left, and it's for Tina, and it's one of the peanut butter ones. And she's killing me because they're all gone, and I can't eat it, but it's hers. And yeah, and I know it's there. I can't eat it. So they were very, very good. Pam, you did a great job as always. They were very good. And thank you, Amy, for seeing that they got here to us. So.
Well, yeah. She said she was going to make them, and I was like, oh, we don't have a very big window to get them there before Easter.
We're here.
But they made it. So
they were here.
Good. I'm glad that you and Tina enjoyed.
I had lunch with my mom today, and she says to me, she goes, you missed a golden opportunity. She goes, Amy was nice enough to post your Mother Tucker mugs and say, hey, coffee tastes fresher. She goes, why didn't you use your mug in the same picture with Mama Pam's cookies? I was like, Mom, where were you 3 days ago? Like, thanks a lot, Mom.
Next time. Yeah. Next time you get Mama Pam cookies.
The next time.
Use your mug, yes.
Oh, goodness.
All right. Well, welcome in, everyone. Thanks for hopping on. I know it's not Thursday, but it is Monday.
It is.
Only because Jason and I have some things going on at the end of the week this week. So that's why we moved our sale to Monday this week. So let's say hi to the friends in the chat, and then we'll briefly talk about the sale, and I'll talk about community share, and then we'll get right into it. All right.
Okay.
Let me scroll all the way up the top. I already know who was here at 6 o'clock.
I
already know who was here at 6:05. Actually, was William.
Hello, Mr. William.
Super early, 2 hours early. Yes. So welcome in, William. Thanks for being here. Terry is here.
Hello, Terry.
Terry, you get second place today. That's all right. I don't know why you would want to be here 2 hours early. Unless you guys wanted to have like a conversation in the chat. I mean, yeah, that's always open as an option.
Maybe we should do that. Have a pre-sale chat. Maybe
a pre-sale chat, yeah.
Yeah.
Karen is going to be our bid ender this evening. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. I was looking at Kim because Kim is next in line. Thank you, Kim, for being here and helping out in the chat tonight.
Thank you, ladies.
Tracy is here. Hey, Tracy.
Hey, Tracy.
Linda D. Hey, Linda.
Hello, Linda.
And Linda H.
Well, hello. Speaking of the devil, how are you, Mom? I love you.
Hi, Linda. Hope you guys had a good Easter. Yeah.
She was right.
Gavin is here.
Ooh, and I'm a snapping fool. How are you guys? And how are you? If you ain't subscribed, you're not doing good because you need to be subscribed to the one and the only Gavin of Grady Grupo Vintage Recordings. That was sort of chaotic. That was my old DJ days. When you say something wrong, you just kind of whip it up until you get back on track.
I did kind of catch you off guard. Usually I give you a little bit of notice.
If you guys are not subscribed to the one and the only Grady Grupo Vintage Recordings, you're missing out. So please do so. It's right here on YouTube. It's that avatar and that name right there that Amy has on the screen. Same name here as it is over on the Instagram, or the IG as the kids call it. So please support the Gillettes. It is Gavin, the other half of our official mod and bid ender this evening of Karen. Please support them. Make sure you're subscribed to his channel and follow him over on Instagram. You won't be sorry.
And I believe yesterday, Gavin, did you get that little bunny album from me last year? The Peter Pan, Peter Rabbit record.
I feel like somebody
he did.
I feel like somebody bought that and gifted that to him.
Maybe. Either way, I think the record was mine.
Yes.
I don't remember how it got to Canada. But yeah, that was fun to listen to. Ruthie is here.
Ruthie B's in the house. Hello, Ruthie.
Lisa Shields is here. Hey, Lisa.
Hello, Lisa.
Welcome
Good to
in.
see you.
There's Mama Pam.
Hello, Mama Pam. Thank you again for the cookies. And speaking of her picture there, that's when you guys visited and what was that?
The Pickers
American
in
Pickers.
Iowa. Yep.
They're closing the Nashville store.
I saw
Did you
that.
read that?
I saw that they're closing the Nashville one down.
15 years
We
that was
never
open.
made it to visit the Nashville one, but I always heard that one was larger than the one in Iowa.
Yeah, it was. I was never there, but they said it was open for 15 years. I swear it feels like it's only been 5 years.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking the same thing. Yep.
Yeah, 15.
So I think they said May, the end of May,
think.
I believe is what I read. So
yeah. So if you guys are
fans, go visit while it's still there.
Go if you can.
Yeah, we went and visited the one in Iowa 3 years ago. I think it was 3 years. Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's they have some of the things from the show.
Yep.
You know, some of the bigger things that they bought. They have them on display. They are for sale. You can buy some of the things that are in there. And they have it's more of like a I don't want to say museum. That might be a stretch. There's some things that you can look at. You can, recognize some things, but it's mostly like a gift shop.
Gotcha.
I would say T-shirts and mugs and
if you can afford it, you can buy
the antiques. Stuff. Yeah, but they're spendy.
They're basically on.
It was cool to visit, and take pictures in front of the rescue vehicle, and it was good. Yeah. Paula is here. Hey, Paula. Welcome in. Sorry, that was kind of a sidebar conversation there.
It's still our business.
I guess.
Still our business.
Who else am I seeing? Moose, Dusty Moose.
Hello, Dusty. I'm anxious. I've not seen these.
I have 14 pictures from Dusty Moose of Easter goodness to share for our community share tonight. I cannot wait.
Excited.
It's good. It's real good. Real good.
I have not seen.
Thank you, Dusty, for sending all those in. I was very excited when I saw the emails. Janine is here. Hey, Janine.
Hello, Janine.
Welcome in. Let's see. I'm trying to go. Everybody's chitty-chatting amongst themselves. Dawn is here. Hey, Dawn.
Hello, Dawn.
Retro D is here. Hello.
Retro D.
And Chris has joined us tonight.
Hello, Chris. How are you, friend?
And Heather.
Hi, Heather.
And Joe.
Hello, Joe. Good to see you, sir. Hello.
Kim is back with us tonight. Hi, Kim. A lot of repeats. Spark Joy in Life.
Hello, Spark Joy.
Brenda is here. Hey, Brenda.
Yeah.
You made it. You made it just in time, Brenda.
Yes.
I haven't missed anything. Okay. Sharon is here. Hello, Sharon.
Hello, Freddie Fines.
Aloha from New York. I'm sure. What do they say in New York? Is there a catchphrase for hello?
Yo.
Yo.
It's how you doing. It's how you doing.
No, isn't that? That's not. That's
New York.
Is that
what?
Brooklyn.
Well, Brooklyn's in New York. It's how you doing? How you doing?
Okay.
How you doing? That's how.
All right, we'll roll with that.
Ask Tracy.
We can always say aloha to Freddie.
Yes. Yes. Aloha. How you doing? Hey. Hi.
Sandy is here. Hey, Sandy.
Hello, Sandy.
Nikki Moss. Hello, Nikki. Welcome in. Kathy is here with us.
Hello,
hi, Kathy.
Love the Magic Kingdom.
Aaron is here. Hi, Aaron.
Hi, Aaron.
I might be caught up in the chat.
Tracy says, she says, "Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up?"
That's what Tracy says. All right, that's fair.
How you doing? How you doing? Hey.
How you doing? Okay.
Hey.
Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight on a Monday. I know this isn't our usual night. Jason, what do you have going on in Adamstown?
We have the big extravaganza, which starts, technically it's going on now, but it really officially doesn't get started until Wednesday. So if you guys are anywhere in the Adamstown or in the central Pennsylvania, or you're within hours drive of us, it starts in Kutztown. It ends in Adamstown. It's their Reddingers. It's our Reddingers. It's all of the antique malls. Some like Shops is another outdoor market. They open up. So extra hours, extra sales. It's kind of our Springfield. It's kind of like our Brimfield of sorts. So if you're anywhere in the area and you're looking for vintage to resell, to collect, come on down. We have extended hours with Mother Tuckers. Check out our Facebook. But yeah, that's what's going on. So that's,
I know, it was a little early when I visited.
yes,
it was like a couple weeks after I had visited.
Yes,
but
it's
I did get to experience the flea markets, which were awesome.
You did.
We don't have flea markets like that around here.
No,
not of that caliber. We don't.
Right.
But yeah, if you guys are anywhere near, you got to go. And all the stores are having sales.
Yes. Yep. So. And they stocked more. Folks hold some special inventory for this week. So if you can make it. And then also when you're in the area, you can head down to Havre Grace. You got Pyrex Fest going on.
Pyrex Fest is going on too. Yeah.
This weekend, which we're about an hour and a half from Havre Grace. So you can kind of do it all.
So it's a busy, busy weekend.
Very busy.
Yes.
Very busy.
Okay. And I'm going to be traveling to Southern Indiana Friday and Saturday. There's a big antique market down there called Collectors Carnival. I filmed there many times. Misty's going to be shopping down there as well. So that's what we're doing this weekend. And that is why we moved our sale to Monday. So that's why you guys are looking at us here. I know it's weird. But we still have the same fantastic finds that we have on Thursday tonight. So we do have 16 rounds of goodies to bring you guys tonight. And we have our community share, which is all Dusty Moose tonight. So we're going to briefly talk about how the sale is going to work tonight. Most of you are super familiar with that. So I will keep it as brief as possible. So first, you want to make sure you're in live chat and not top chat. Live chat all messages is what you want to be in. If you're caught in top chat, it will filter out some of the comments for you. Make sure you do that before we start the sale. And then also you want to refresh as often as you can. So you can either exit out of YouTube completely and come back in. But the faster way, or the fastest tool that we can provide for you, is the gear wheel icon. So if you are watching on a mobile device, which we recommend if you do plan to bid on anything, you can touch the screen in the upper right hand corner. You can find a little gear wheel icon. Hit playback speed and 2 times to help with your lag. If you are lagging behind and you hit that, we will sound funny until you're caught up live with us again. If you're watching on the computer, you can find the same setting down in the lower right hand corner. So all of our items tonight will be the auction style. We will give you a starting price. I will highlight it up here on the screen. If you're interested in bidding on the item, you can type your bids down into the chat. We will briefly go over the item. We'll give you any kind of knowledge and measurements, any kind of makers that we know, and we'll note any kind of issues that the item may have live here on the screen, so you can make an informed decision if you want to bid on it or not. But do keep in mind that the vintage has had a life, but we do our best to show everything to you if there is any kind of issue. You can type your bids down to the chat, and I will highlight them as I see them come into StreamYard, and that is where the lag comes into play. So as soon as I see something come in there, I will do my best to put it on the screen so you know where we're at in the bidding. We will do a 20-second countdown. Hopefully that's enough time for everybody to get bids in there before the bid end. And the highest bid that we see come into the chat before Karen Gillette's bid end on our end will be the winner. We do have to go by what we see on our end to be the most fair to everybody. Sometimes you will see comments differently in your chat, but that's why we have to go by what we see on our end to be the most fair to everyone. We are doing the just in cases here tonight. So as long as you're an active bidder, so you've put in at least one straight bid on the current item, you're welcome to utilize the just in cases during the countdown only. If you don't want to use the just in case, you don't have to, but it is available for those that would like to use it. So the just in case is the max amount that you're willing to pay for the item with the letters JIC. Type that into the chat during the countdown. And if your just in case bid is the highest before the bid end, we will bid you up $1 over the next highest amount. Do keep in mind, if there are multiple just in case bids that are coming into the chat before the bid end, those will turn into regular bids. Okay. If you win an item tonight, this is very important, especially if you're a new buyer, to either Jason or I. You can send us a joint email. We don't mind that. Or maybe it's been a while And it's always good to just send that information again. That way it's much easier to find when we do go to send our invoices out. So we need an email sent to us with your YouTube screen name, your real name if it's different from your screen name, your full shipping address, and an email that we can send your PayPal invoice to. Jason and I only do our invoicing in PayPal. If you don't have a PayPal account, that is okay. You can still shop with us. Just send us an email with all that same information. Let us know that you want to check out as a guest. When we send our invoices out, we can send you a direct link to that invoice, and then you can check out with any debit, credit, Venmo, Apple Pay, or PayPal. Okay. And do keep in mind, once we send our invoices out, payment is due within 24 to 48 hours of receiving that invoice. And shipping is not included in the winning bid price. That is additional. And we do both use Pirate Ship to get the discounted shipping rates versus full retail from the post office. We get a big discount. We pass that right on to you guys, so you guys pay the same thing that we do. And how we calculate that is from your zip code, from your shipping address, the weight of your package, the size of your package. We do ship to US, Canada, and Australia and offer discounted shipping to all of those places. And I'll let Jason talk about that last point, and then we'll talk about when we're doing our invoicing this week.
If you purchase from me tonight, because remember, me and Amy ship from different regions of the country. If you purchase from me tonight, you can utilize free pickup. I do own a brick and mortar. It is in Adamstown. We are an Ephrata address, but we're still part of the Adamstown region. So if you're coming to the area and you don't want to pay shipping on your items, that is fine. Just let us know, and we'll just invoice you for the items or the item or items that you purchased. And then once the invoice is paid for, we'll communicate in the emails on when and how you want to when you want to pick it up at the shop. But please, let's keep that communication in the emails. We don't want to gum up the live sale chat with something like that. So again, and we can hold stuff, for a little while at the store for you. So you don't have to come that same week. You can come a little, in a week or two later. So we don't want to hold it too long. But yeah, definitely, if you want to use the free pickup, please use it. Oh, and one quick thing before I forget. I know that Sharon had said, if I slurred it, which sometimes I do with my Pennsylvania dialect, it is Havre Grace is where Pyrex Fest is. There is an Aberdeen, Maryland, which is actually in the same vicinity. So if you were to end up in Aberdeen, you're a hop, skip, and a jump from Havre Grace, but that's where it is. Havre Grace. I think I kind of slurred it, and I don't want to send somebody to the wrong town. Although you'd be in the same area, you could find it.
I am shipping out of Michigan. I will be doing my invoicing and packing tomorrow, probably in the earlier half of the day, because Mama Pam and I have to go to the antique booth tomorrow. So probably as soon as I can get them done in the morning, I will send an email out to you when your invoice is sent. And that covers it for me. Jason, when are you doing your packing and invoicing?
I ship out of Pennsylvania. This week will be a little bit different with the Extrav. I will be doing it throughout the week. And I think when I spoke with Tina, we'd like to get invoices to you by Friday night, but it's still the same procedure just because it's a day earlier, as long as they're paid by Sunday. So then we can get them out to you on Monday. That's our biggest thing, is that we just have to have the room for the turnover. So that's why we do it when we do. So expect an invoice from us by Friday. And again, I'll say for both of us, in the event of you not receiving one, always reach out to us and let us know. If one slight stroke of the key in the wrong manner, we enter something wrong. But if you don't get one from me by Saturday night, just reach out and say, hey, Jason, something's going on here. So I think that's everything, Amy.
Shipping for me, I do need to ship everything out. I would like to ship everything Wednesday, but Thursday at the latest, because we are leaving super early on Friday. So shipping out, hopefully everything Wednesday or Thursday. So that's why I'm sending everything out tomorrow, invoice-wise, so I can get everything out the door before we leave town for the weekend. I did want to mention I do have a special sale coming up this Wednesday over on Virtual Antique Marketplace. That is this Wednesday, and it's only half hour. We're doing a cross marketplace collab with Vintage Jewelry Addicts. They're another marketplace on District. So it's a vamp seller, then a jewelry addict seller, and vice versa. So we kind of flip flop. and rating each other over there. So it's just a half-hour sale. I have everything preloaded, and I'll give you guys a little sneaky peek. There we go. That's everything that's over there right now. It's already preloaded. I loaded it all up today. So it's kind of a mixture of vintage and handmade stuff. So that's at 7 p.m. on Wednesday, if you want to come over and check that out. All right.
The flocked cat is pretty epic, Amy.
The what?
The turquoise flocked cat is.
So actually, that was a makeover.
Really?
Cat that I actually bought that from Misty, and it really needed some work, and it's a handmade arrangement. You just can't see the bottom of it really. It's on a spool of ribbon with some flowers and stuff, but it didn't look like that when I got it. It was pretty sad. He needed a makeover. All right. And real quick, our community share, of course, after our sale today, will feature Dusty Moose's Easter. But if anybody wants to email photos into us, and you want to be part of the show, you can send any photos with a brief description so we know how to talk about your photos to ShareMyFindsLive@gmail.com. We can always use more, especially before you pack up your Easter goodies. Snap a few pictures. We'd love to see your collection or how you decorate your home. We'd love to see that. Okay. Jason, are you ready to go?
That April Fools. April
Not
Fools.
quite.
If you want to, if the whole, it will just ruin the whole entire sale.
No, I was going to say, Jason, you want to go first tonight? No, I already knew the answer, so it's fine.
No.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to start with Pixie tonight. I have a Pixie, so we'll start with him. And he's just a little guy, and he's dressed in yellow. So I thought he's a springtime Pixie. He's not a well, although he could be. He could be a Christmas Pixie. He very well could be, but he's dressed in a little yellow suit. So I thought he's a spring and summer Pixie. And my camera doesn't want to focus at all. We're going to play that game again today. All right.
Your camera said it's Monday. I don't work today.
Yeah, I know. Usually I can get it to work eventually, but this one, yeah, it really wants to. Maybe my shirt's too busy. I don't know.
Oh, it was
there like right there. Well, anyway, he's kind of lounging. He's very comfortable on his little, there we go, his little log home. And he's got lashes for days. There is a little paint scratching, FYI. So this is 100% cold painted on there. Ruthie, I see you. Thank you so much. So he's just hanging out on a log like you do. Most of the paint wear is, I would say, on the back of his suit. Versus the front of him. There's a little scratching on the knee and a little bit on the top of the hat, but for the most part, and he's got, I don't know, maybe he's whistling. He's whistling a tune on the log. I don't know what's going on. So just mark Japan, and there's a faint, originally was 10 cents at the dime store there. Measurement for him, he is 2 1/4 by 2 1/2. Not the smallest Pixie I found. I know there's some that are probably half that size that are on logs. Caroline, I see you. Thank you so much. He is kind of surprised. I don't know if he's surprised or he's singing. Either way.
Striking a pose.
He is. It's like, I'm taking my senior photos.
Mr.
Okay.
Mag.
Ruthie, I see you. Thank you so much. I'm going to count it down, and we're looking for 21 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. There's no chips on him. I didn't mention that.
He's
just
literally like,
scratches.
He's like, hey, flowers, how you doing? Hey. Oh, gosh.
All right. Bid end is in from Karen. All right. Ruthie had a just in case of 24, but Caroline had a just in case of 25. So Caroline, he is yours for 25. Thank you so much. All right, Jason.
$15, Amy. $15, and you're going to get both of these. I still have some of my Smoky Bear pieces, but I used to collect the bone china ones, and this was a set that I had. Now, sometimes this set had more pieces to it. I do recall my set having like a mushroom and maybe 1 or 2 other little bears. But for $15, here is the set that I have. They made one that Smokey looked more like a little cub or more like the elder style bear. So this is the one that he's more of an elder bear, and then you have the little cub here with him. So there are no chips or cracks, in very good condition. This guy right here, he measures just about 3 inches tall. See if my camera wants to focus. He is he's bone china, so it is like a bisque. You know, it's not like a mat, but it is like a bisque. He also has his original made in Japan bone china sticker on the back. And of course, he's saying only you can prevent forest fires. So you got him.
That's pretty good, Jason.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, I'll go work out at Yellowstone Park someday. And then here is the cute little cub friend. And I think he's kind of like breaking a twig in his hand. So he's really cute. And again, no chips or cracks. This little guy here is about 1.5 inches tall. And he has the same bone china made in Japan sticker on the back. So again, like I said, in my series, they had the little baby Smokey the Bear that looked very like a little child bear. And then they made this series of him like, you know, the Smokey Bear we know. And I don't know if they sold these by the piece and you could have had larger sets or smaller sets, but these will be the two you're going to get. So we're in at 17 with Chris. Thank you so much. Dusty, I did see your 15. And again, let's start a countdown. No chips or cracks. Looking for 18 or more, and you're going to get them both. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. No, wait, Jellystone, that's Yogi Bears.
That's Yogi Bear, yeah.
There's a picnic basket. There's a picnic basket. They would end up fighting if they were in the same forest. So let me sit them down so I don't break them. There's the bid end. Thank you, Karen G. So Chris had it just in case of 22. I did see your Ruthie for 19, but Dusty, with your just in case, are coming to you for $23. Thank you so much. Thank you all for the bids.
All right, congratulations. Okay, I have some birdies for my next round. And they are salt and pepper shakers. All right. And these are made by Sansco, although they do not have their Sansco foil sticker anymore. And they're just little waving birds with their little aprons. I actually have these in my little kitchen hutch display with all my little cleaning kind of supplies because they have little aprons on. But they are salt and pepper shakers. Now, I will say that one is missing the stopper, and it's that kind of rubberized stopper that this one is completely hardened. I'm actually surprised that that one hasn't fallen out as well, but they do tend to like dry up and then they just kind of crack and fall out. And so one is supposed to be a little boy bird with Jason's hat on.
Yes. Yep. He
kind of like the one that you lost in Bedford.
It probably is. It flew over to him.
It probably is. Yep. He's got your hat now. And then she's got a little flowered kind of plaid bow on her head. And I will say that, which one was it? This one. The boy bird, there is a little flea bite on the edge of that apron right there. Right in there. There's a little chippy chip. But otherwise, just some crazing on these guys. They did make these in a couple different colorways. I think that these ones are supposed to be robins. I think there's bluebirds and there's yellowbirds, so they're kind of, I don't know, up for interpretation.
Right.
I think what kind of birds they're supposed to be. I know a lot of people think these are owls, but I don't think that they are owls.
I thought they were owls until tonight.
Really?
Now I see birds.
Yeah. I don't know. I've always thought that they were just like brown birds.
I think they are.
I don't know. They just don't. They don't really read owl to me. And the blue and yellow versions are exactly the same. They're just a different colorway. So, but we've got 3 holes and 4 holes on the back of these guys. And it's the boy bird that does not have the stopper. But again, the boy bird that has the little chippy chip on his apron. They are, real quick, they measure 3.5 by 2.25 inches tall. All right. Whoa, let me get caught up on the chat. Holy crap. Okay. I see Livy and Rose. Welcome in. Ruthie And we're back in at 25. Hello, Buttermilk. Hope you guys had a good Easter as well. All right, so we're going to count birdies down. We are looking for 26 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tweet, tweet, bid end. They can be whatever kind of bird you want them to be.
These are so kitschy. They're so Holt Howard-esque. It's so good.
I think I like them because they have gigantic eyes. I think
yeah.
That's why I like these.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Waiting for the bid end to come in there from Karen. And there it is. Thank you so much, Karen. All right. So Livia and Rose was at 25, but Ruthie got back in there with a 27. So Ruthie, they are flying your way. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $20. And I think, well, I had to grab this because I know we have a lot of deer lovers in our community. And this is new old stock. Now, somebody, I know in our area, there's a place that can vacuum seal these things. So it does have the protective barrier, which I like because it makes it look really like it's brand new. But this is new old stock. It's never been used. Look at this deer on here, first of all.
That is ridiculous.
So if you guys are a deer collector or kitsch or like things that are mid-century, I think this is for you. So this is a new old stock box of facial tissues. It is so gentle, says the deer. It's doe skin, absorbent. So it's absorbent and then and it's instantly that it absorbs. So this is a fun vintage box. Again, very 1960s. Measurements on it. It measures about 10 inches across. So it's about 10 inches across. Then it is about 5 inches this way. And then from the side, it measures 4 inches. So you can see there is a little ripple in the box there. But if you are into kitschy advertising, if you're into deer, I think this is for you, okay? So not only is this fun, but it has a pantyhose advertisement on the back. So that is fun too. So it's very 1960s. So it says that it is for run-resistant micro mesh nylons. It says that it's made by the famous manufacturer of Suppose? And how do you want to pronounce that? Suppose?
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 I suppose. That's why I don't know.
So if you want to get some Suppose pantyhose, you could do the doe skin mail-in, and then you would get, I guess, $1. So how did that work? It was like, here's how to get your first quality seamless run-resistant nylons, 2 pairs for $1. So that was your little mail-in offer. So it's kind of a twofer. So again, 1950s or 1960s new old stock. The box is cardboard. So it
that box
cardboard.
Is fantastic.
And of course, it has that fun little kitschy deer on it. And the deer repeats on every single side except for the back. So I thought if you were a deer collector, this would be great, you know, to, put your deer on it. If you collect some of these different things that are throwaways, I think this is, this came from a collector who is actually parting out. He collected toilet paper, vintage toilet paper that was never used. And he also collected vintage Kleenex boxes. So he's liquidating some of it. So I saw this and I thought, oh my gosh, deer lovers, this is fantastic. I mean, that's a graphic that I wish they would just bring back. Look at that with the bow. So Celeste is in at 22. Catherine, I did see you in at 20. Again, we're looking for 23 or more. Good condition. Let me just do a slow spin around. That side has no wrinkles in it. This side has a little wrinkle in it. And then here is the back. Has just a little ripple effect to it. But overall, it's a very good, clean, square box. And it is full. You can feel that it's never been opened. The tissues are inside. So let's do a countdown on this. I'm not going to say one of a kind, but definitely something you don't see all that often. Hello, Steele. I hope you had a great Easter. Good to see you, Steele. So 23 or more, just in case for active bidders. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Looking for 23 or more. The bid end from Karen G. Again, it's new old stock. Very 1950s, early 1960s advertising with the orange and the black triangles and the white.
It's good.
Again, not everyone's going to have this. And you could put it in your bathroom because it's vacuum sealed. So it would be safe from moisture. So there's the bid end. Catherine, good to see you, friend. Thank you for your just in case of 27. But Celeste had a just in case of 29. So Celeste, it's coming to you for $28. Thank you so much, ladies.
Congratulations. If that would have been teal.
Oh, I know. And it was hard. It was hard for me to give that up because I love me a
really
good deer.
It's really good.
I love a good deer too.
That would probably end up in a Christmas display if that were me. It would be Christmas. Yeah. Okay. I have a bisque dolly for my next round, and she is a large. I don't usually come across them that are this big. Usually maybe about this big is the biggest ones that I usually come across, or much smaller. But she's large and in charge. Maybe her name is Marge. I'm not sure. But I love how the lashes are painted on this one. She's got lashes for days, all the way around her eyes. They're not super dark, but they are there. And I love the way that they painted this one. Now, and usually, also, I don't find them with clothing. And somebody sweetly made this little, it's very light pink. It's like a very blush pink, if you will. Kind of organza fabric is the best way that I can describe it. And they even did some little pleating up here at the top, and they've added a little button here at the backside, but I do believe it's a handmade little dress based on the way that it's stitched together. Now she is, excuse me, girl, we're going to peek. We're going to, hide your eyes, Jason. She is marked Japan on the backside. There's no chipping to her. Really nice condition. She does have the blonde painted hair with the pretty finger waves going on. Now she does have the kind of jointed little arms here, so you can kind of pose her, although they usually don't really stay, just because it's heavy bisque porcelain. Well, hello, Parm. Hi, do you have to come up here?
Of course he does, Mom.
He's so helpful. So helpful. Sorry, I'll get caught up on the chat. Okay, Kitty's helping. Okay, so she is 7 1/4 inches tall and about 4.5 inches wide at the arm span. Okay. Yeah, he just wakes up and all of a sudden, I have to help.
Yep.
All of a sudden,
I'm here to work, Mom.
Right. Work. Yeah, sure. Okay. Dusty, I see you at 28. So we're looking for 29 or more on the large bisque gal. And let's count her down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
How big did you say she is again, Amy?
She is 7 1/4.
Yeah.
Over 7 inches, yeah. She's big. All right. All right, there's that bid end. Thank you so much, Karen. All right, so Dusty had it just in case of 30, but Miss Catherine got in there with a 32. So Catherine, congratulations. She is yours for 32. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $15. $15. And me and Tina found this on Friday when we were in Lewisburg. And I could not leave this behind because this to me screams a couple things. It screams kitsch. It screams spring. And I love the fact that it has its original plastic fantastic arrangement on the inside. So it is a ceramic planter. It is a butter yellow teddy bear. It's in very good condition. They gave it some details. So, I mean, it could be like one of those quilted style bears or fabric style bears. And then it has cold paint, which has a little wear, but they adorned it with all these fun kitschy flowers. He's got a big, big orange bow. This isn't a no-name planter. It's actually a Napco ware planter, and it's in super good condition. Now, the greenery you could take out if you want, but you can feel that it does have some of the floral foam in there, and those flowers have been in there for a good long time. And let me tell you, they are really, really clean. So if you love some kitschy yellow and orange daisies, this guy's going to be for you. And again, he is ceramic with no chips or cracks. He is a teddy bear. I thought it kind of went with my bear theme tonight. I do have kind of went with a happy spring jungle kind of feel tonight. I don't know. It was just what I was trying to pull for. So with not counting the flowers from the ear to the bottom, he measures 6 inches tall. When you add the flowers, he then comes in at 8 inches tall. So $15, you will get not only the planter, but the plastic fantastic flowers in there. So again, I think he's super kitschy. I was thinking if you guys had maybe some of the 1970s kind of feels in your kitchen or in your decor, he might look good in there. And like I had just touched on a moment ago, the cold paint is in phenomenal condition, all the way from the eyelashes to the nose to that little darling smile. And I was thinking if you needed maybe a gift for somebody at the $15, this would be a great gift to give to somebody. So let me just hold
I love that it has kitsch-tastic plastic flowers.
It does. That was the selling point for me, because you know that somebody, and I probably want to go on a limb and say probably a flower shop arranged that. Now, it might be a little thinner than it once was, but those flowers are in really, really good condition, and they're in there. I mean, you can take them out if you want to. I don't think it really weighs a whole lot to the item. I don't think it's weighing it down much at all. I mean, if by chance you don't want those flowers and that's deterring you from it, I can take them out and remove them. But I thought that was one of the best parts, about finding it, was that it had its original. They have to be, because somebody nailed it when it came to the color, like the orange and the yellow mix with him. It's just perfect. So Linda, thank you so much for the 15. We're looking for 16 or more. Let's start a countdown. Again, he is Napco wear. He is ceramic, probably 60s, 70s, with his plastic fantastic flowers. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Now, also, all that orange is cold paint. None of it's missing. It's phenomenal. Thank you, Aaron. I think it looks so good with these flowers in there, too. Even the little yellow bell-style flowers in there. Just I was so excited because you find them, they're discolored or dirty normally. So,
yeah.
All right. Congratulations. The winner is Linda. Thank you so much, Linda. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you.
I have never found that. I've seen that planner, but I've never found it before.
That's the first time I ever saw that. It was new to me.
Somebody on Instagram, there's different colorways of it, as usual.
Gotcha.
There's a yellow and green.
I think Bill has that one. I think I've seen Bill show that.
There's a couple different colorways of that, but I've never ever found one of those in the wild. Okay, I have a choice for my next round, and I have two. Let's see if we can get them on the board together carefully. I have two, and these are not Joseph Originals. These are made by Arnart. And usually Arnart, when I bring it, is a really kitschy critter, but these are some lovely Southern Belle ladies. And these are from the La Femme, Lafemme, La Femme series. There are Joseph Originals figurines that look pretty darn close to these. And I think we had a little copycat situation going on. There's also male figures that coordinate with these ladies, but I just have the gals tonight. And I'm going to show you each one. There's no damage on either one of them, which is pretty fantastic. And what I can tell you is these date to the 50s. And so this is the first one in pink. All right. She's got little applied rosettes on her dress, some kind of gold spaghetti pieces, gloves, and the spaghetti and rose continue up to the top of her hat. The pink one here does have the Arnart sticker present on the bottom, and it says La Femme here into the ceramic. And then she's got a little, so her hair is kind of like reddish brown. She's kind of has it kind of braided here in the back. All right. And the second one is dressed in yellow. So very similar, just a little bit different pose on her, and a little bit different styling on her dress with the spaghetti and the roses. Again, there's no chipping, no repairs on either one. Really nice condition. So there are also little trinket dishes that they made. So they're a little bit bigger than this, but the top half of their dress lift off, and then it's a little dress. And there's also music boxes for this series as well. But this one does not have the foil sticker. It's the pink one. The pink one has the foil sticker. All right, so we'll put them back up here on the board so you can look at them again. They're very similar, just a little bit different. All right, you can see arm poses is a little different. Their dresses and hats are a little different as well, but very similar styled. Measurement for them, they are 4.5 inches tall and 3 3/4 inches wide. All right, so I see Daisy Girls in at 15, so we're looking for 16 or more on choice. And let's count them down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid out. Sorry, counting is already hard this evening.
These are surprisingly hard to find.
They are.
I mean, especially you get the 2 different sculpts. So good.
All right, bid end is in there. All right, Daisy Girl, let me know if you want pink or yellow. And whatever is not chosen, we'll bring back at the recap if Daisy Girl doesn't take both.
Now we'll see what the lag really is tonight.
I suspect it's bad as usual.
Yes.
It'll be a surprise if we ever say like, oh, the lag isn't that bad today.
The lag's really fast tonight.
All right, Daisy Girl, she's taking them both. You got it. Thank you so very much.
All right, Amy.
Together.
$20, and I'm going to put it up here and show it to you. So for $20, I have a very unique, and I'm going to call it porcelain. It's more porcelain than it is ceramic. It's a little dusty because I cleaned it. It is a little nightlight, okay? But it's also a perfume or oil warmer, okay? So can you see the little indent up here? So what you would do is you would light this probably on your changing table or maybe your makeup table or anywhere else that you wanted to heat up the oil. And the heat from the light, it does work. The heat from the light will then heat up whatever's put in here. Usually they would put a little perfume or something, and then it would send the aroma throughout the room. So $20 if anybody is interested. This is 60s or 70s. It has its original made in Japan sticker here on the underside. On the underside, it actually states it's a ceramic company I don't find that often. It is made by our own import of Japan. And I think if you guys are into mushrooms, if you guys are into your Mary mushrooms, I think this is a must because that's definitely your late 60s, early 1970s sort of orange. And then you have your white down below. So I will show you. Here's the little toggle switch. All of the wiring seems very safe. And then there you can see it does light up. So again, what it's going to do is, I mean, if you were so inclined and you wanted to find some of those little light covers that they use on the ceramic Christmas trees, I bet you could put those in there if you wanted to. But it really isn't supposed to. And it's supposed to then be a little boudoir, a little nightlight, and then also a little oil warmer on there. So I didn't really look this up online. I don't find the light mushrooms all that often. The cord is pretty long. I mean, we'll unplug it here. The outlet part is in really good condition, and you can see it's not polarized, which I don't think is a big deal. But there you can see it's definitely safe, and you're going to have a nice long cord that, you know, if you can get it to it in the wall and wherever you want it. So if you need to change the light, all you do is pull the little prong, squeeze the prongs there, and it pops right out. And then there's that nice little incove, so you can hide the wire so it sits nice and flush on your countertop. It measures 4 inches tall. So it's 4 inches tall, and it measures about 3.5 inches across. So maybe our folks in the chat aren't killer mid-century people looking for mushrooms, but I know we have Pixie collectors. Amy just proved it. So I thought this would be a great backdrop for your Pixies. You could.
I've never seen that.
Neither have I. And that's what I tried to do. I tried to bring things that nobody's ever seen before. You know, We do see some of these little lights that are owls. Sometimes we see them that are poodles, but you don't see a mushroom. So, but I thought this would be cute if you lit it up and then you had all your fun little pixies in front of it.
Does that just, Jason, does that just take a standard Christmas bulb or nightlight bulb?
If you want to, you can put a little 5 watt in it. Now, I would get the highest watt bulb that you could if you wanted to use the oils in it. So if you're going to use the oils, you want to have probably, I think they can go up to like a 15 watt. So you probably want the highest watt possible, incandescent. So it has to be an incandescent so that it's going to heat the porcelain up. Now, you don't have to use it for that. Like if that isn't why you're interested, but you just like the mushroom idea, it's a nightlight then. You can use it as a nightlight if you want to. But I think it's really neat that it's supposed to be like a little oil warmer. And it is not new. It is made in Japan. There you can see the sticker. And if you guys collect Merry Mushroom, this is the same exact color as the Merry Mushroom. So, and this is not cold paint. This is actually, you can see there is a glaze, like a glaze over top of it. So one more time, this is probably the late 60s, early 70s. Mushroom, the mushroom lamp. Yeah. It's an oil warmer and it's a nightlight. So, and it measures 4 inches tall by 3.5 inches across. So, and to find mushroom things is not that easy to find. So I will show you one more time how it lights up. And again, I was bringing it for our folks that might do 1970s or sorry, I don't have it plugged in. There we go. Now it's in my port. So that do the 1960s or the 1970s, maybe folks that collect the Merry Mushroom. But again, this doesn't have to be heavy mid-century. This, I was thinking, put with your pixies, put with your little fairies, put with anything that, you know, maybe if you even collect Smurfs. I thought maybe if some folks collect Smurfs, this would look cute with that. So, and just because that's going to warm that up, it's not going to hurt your fingers. A lot of these little oil warmers or little scent warmers, they just get warm enough that it heats the scent. So Brenda, thank you so much. I see you for 20. We're looking for 21 or more. Let me turn this off here. Let's go ahead and start a countdown. So 21 or more, just in case for active bidders. And it is made in Japan, so we know it's old. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And some of those Christmas lights, they make bigger ones that look like little disco balls. You could pop them in there.
Or Joe even said you could glue some marbles in there too.
Oh, that too. Oh, I missed that. Yeah, you're right, Joe. Oh, that would be super kitschy and period correct if you glued marbles in there. Absolutely. So thank you for the bid end, Brenda. Congratulations. A fun light. Thank you so much.
I love that. Okay. I'm going to do this next because it's hard to show. So we're going to get it out of the way. I did just recently find this. If you saw my video that came out on Sunday, this was featured in the video. I did wash this. I tried my best to iron it. Mama Pam's going to be disappointed in me because I had to fold it to keep it away from the cat. I kept it in a bag. So it's not perfectly pressed, but it's as good as we can do. So I'm going to back up as far as I can go, but not too far because I don't want to knock my lamp over. That has happened in the past. So this is a very lightweight summer children's coverlet. All right. And it's the edging is kind of like, it's showing a little bit more yellow, but it's more of like a orangey yellow in person, like more of a gold plaid for the edging that goes around. And we've got hand embroidered pixies that go through the middle, and they're all kind of playing with kites. Hopefully we can get up close. I can get things to focus in here. Really nice condition. There's a couple very faint stains. I did soak this and launder it, so it does smell like Gain laundry detergent. But we've got all the pixies playing with the kites, and down here at the bottom, we've got a little field of mushrooms where the kites are taking off from, and they're all hand embroidered. Really nice work. There's not any loose stitches or anything on any of the pixies. I'm going to turn it around the back so you can see this is where all the stitching is on the back side. All right, there's no holes. All right, so that's the main blanket. All right, so the edging goes all the way around in the yellow. KB, I see you. Thank you so much. The coverlet itself does measure 39 by 53 and a half. All right, so I was sitting here with it, and it covers my entire lap. So I feel like you could have this like on top of a bed. It's not going to have a lot of overhang. All right, and there is a pillow sham that matches with it. I'll show that to you real quick. So there's the little cover, the little pillow cover. Now this is an open-ended pillow cover, so it's not like a pillowcase. It's open on both ends, so you can just slip like a little travel size pillow in there. I feel like would fit. And this one does have a little faint stain in the middle. It's not going to show on the camera. I just am telling you that it is there, but it's kind of like at the Pixie's knee. It's not going to show, but I am letting you know that it's there. And he's just kind of dreaming on the kite, and it's just one-sided. It's just plain on the other side. Okay. So the pillow sham measures 19 and a half by 13. So I feel like that is like, you know, you can get travel pillows at the stores. Right now, I feel like one of those would fit in there just fine. Okay. So I'm going to count that down for KB. So we're looking for 31 or more. And real quick, again, I'll show that to you. And I'll show this again while we're counting it down. All right. I will try and fold it a little bit better so it doesn't get so wrinkly. I did try and iron it, but it's not really staying. All right, I'm going to count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Oh, Brenda says Amazon sells those little pillows. Well, that's good to know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. Linens are like, I love linens, but my gosh, they're just so hard to show.
They're a workout too.
So hard to show.
Move and
they look so much better in person. I assure
Yes.
you, it's so much cuter in person than it's showing on the screen. All right. There's the bid end. Thank you so much, KB. It is coming to you for 30. Thank you so much. All right.
All right, Amy, $40. $40 for the set. Now, there is one condition issue, and I'm going to show it to you before we get into it. So the one little baby fish here has a little chip there on its
Oh my
lip.
gosh, these are so good.
Okay. So you guys know that these are the little chain trios, so they clank around. So the condition issue is there's a little, and you could touch that up if you wanted to, and the chain has come undone. So that's actually good. It helps me in shipping. So don't want to say these are rare, but this is a harder to find set of chained family fish that you don't often see too many times. The hair does fluoresce a little under black light, but it's this fun, kitschy little school of fish. So you got a mommy or daddy fish and two little babies. So $40, no chip, no issues to the mama, no issues to the one, but the one does. So if you mermaid bathroom alert, these are great in a mermaid bathroom. So, and you don't have to keep them chained if you don't want to, but they all have their original little loops right there. So Tina, now what the heck happened to my camera? And I'm back. Amy, are you still there? My camera went away for a second.
Yeah.
So that was weird.
It like blipped out for a second.
Oh, goodness. Okay. So the larger fish, it is ombre. It goes from a pink to the blue. All of the black is in phenomenal condition. Again, I remember when these used to sell on eBay for like $150. You'd put them up. They were gone within the next day. So this one measures 6 by 4. So 6 by 4. Here you can see how fun the blue is. It has a really good pom-pom for its hair. And I don't know where, I think usually these are stamped Japan, but there's no big stamp. Maybe they had a sticker. I forget. Tina has two different variations of these. I think one had a sticker and one was stamped Japan, but these are definitely made in Japan. So $40, you're going to get the set. And you guys know that these mermaids or fish, they do command a higher dollar amount. So you get this one 6x9, no chips or cracks. It does have its loop. And then you're going to get 2 little babies here with it too.
Oh my gosh, they're so cute.
And the hair on both babies, they got a little Don King hair going. They're both in very good condition, except you have a little chip here on the lip of the one baby. So there you can see they have both of their little hooks that's actually put into the porcelain or into the ceramic when it's wet. So they're still there. And then the chain, I will say Tina never chained hers together. So plus with shipping, this is how we found them. I'm just going to leave it for shipping. But there is enough chain there that if you move it around, you can link all 3 of them together. So Nicole, thank you so much for the 40. Again, just note we have a little chippity doodah right there on the lip of the one fish, and these are 2-sided. So let me spin them around here so you can see they are 2-sided. They do come in different colorways. They do come with different hair colors, and these we found on Friday as well. And I about screamed, and then Tina about screamed because you don't see these in the wild.
I don't.
You just don't.
The only ones I've seen are at your house.
Oh, well. Another hard set of these that we found and we kept was alligators. I mean, if you guys are into like, fish or into marine life, I guess you could consider an alligator marine life. Like that one, you don't see too often either. So we're looking for 41 or more. We are doing just in case. The only condition issues, again, is the little chip on the one baby's lip. They are not chained together, okay? Other than that, they're good to go. So 41 or more, just in case for active bidders. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Thank you, Nicole. We're looking for 41 or more. The bid end from Karen G. On probably 1960s chained little fishy trio. Great for a mermaid bathroom. Great if you're just into fish. Great if you just like kitsch. So there's the bid end. Nicole, thank you so much. They're coming to you for $40. Congratulations.
Those are good. Real good.
Love them.
Okay. 36 is my next round. And I have only ever found one of these ever some years ago, back in my Instagram days. And actually the one that I had, her wings were in very poor shape. But this one is really nice condition. There's also Christmas versions of these, which I did have one at the pop-up at Misty's in December, where it's a little red suited pixie sitting on some holly leaves. But this is the everyday version of the little pixie angel here sitting amongst the flowers. She does have stockinette little wings, and I'll show you that is how they're attached with this like kind of cork thing. I have had some other figurines with wings like this that have like the cork attachment. So there's kind of a bigger hole in the ceramic where they attach the stockinette wings. No really any kind of issues with the stockinette, which is also unusual. She is made by Sansco. And let me get caught up on the chat. I see William's in. Thank you so much. And she's made by Sansco. Not any kind of foil sticker there present any longer on the bottom. And as far as I know, there aren't any other kind of poses for these or colorways. It's just this one. And then the Christmas version. I've not ever seen any other colorways for these. No chipping. There's a little bit of crazing present, but overall, really, really nice condition on her. She does measure 3 3/4 by 3 inches tall. Okay, so let's count it down and keep it moving. We're looking for 51 or more from Mr. William, and 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
I have never found one of these ever or seen one in person.
There's a Disney Tinkerbell that's probably
Yes.
about half the size that has stockinette wings like that. If anybody ever sees one of those, you got a good one on your hands. They usually sell for over $100. I've seen one, but it didn't have any wings, so I didn't get it. I see you're just in case, William. I don't think you're going to need it. There is that bid end from Karen. All right, William, she is flying to you. Thank you so much.
All right, Miss Amy, $20, and I have a teeny tiny little Knickerbocker, a cute little rubber-faced
oh my gosh, look at
monkey. Him. Okay, so he's starting at 20. Not that it's a major condition issue, but if you guys I collect plush. I know Amy does too. But sometimes when plush ages, sometimes when I don't know, maybe you got to lint roll it, but sometimes the fur can be a little loose. So this little guy here, not a lot of it, but if you put him on something black, he's going to leave a little bit of his fur behind, okay? Usually what I do is I know Amy will take a light little vacuum and vacuum them a little bit. I would take a lint roller, but I'm going to let the new owner do that, okay? And I think that's just because he's old. Other than that, he's in perfect condition. I don't know if he was supposed to be almost a hue of pink, but he's definitely a tan. And then down here in his little crevices there where he sits, it almost has a pink hue to it, okay? But this little nugget is super cute. That is a little rubber face. There's no condition issues whatsoever. Adorable. He is such a little sweetheart. He or she has the original little ribbon as a little bow on there, and then it has the big animals of dissension, and then it is made by Knickerbocker. Okay, so I'm just noting that we're starting it at 20 because you might need to lint roll him a little bit when you get him. But
I don't think that there's any particular way that you can store plush like this where they don't get that kind of fur loss.
Yeah. And again, that's why I'm starting it low, because you might have to just lint roll him a little bit when you get him. But he's a cute little nugget, and if you're just going to sit him on a shelf, honestly, it's not going to really, hurt anybody or do anything. But I just wanted to make that note. So the way he sits right now, he's about 6 inches tall. He's about 4 inches wide. I know some folks get creeped out by monkeys, but I don't know how creeped out you could get with this little cutie. Look at that. They airbrushed the cute little rosiness on his cheeks. Look at his. Amy.
It looks like he's sleepy and he wants to take a nap.
Well, he is. And actually, if you had like a pouty bear or one of the sleepy time bears or something, he would go great. And what I love about him is he's tiny enough that he can be the plush in the plush. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if you have a larger monkey
yeah.
Yes, then you can have this little nugget sitting in their hand. So again, it's in very good condition other than a little bit of the loose hair, which you really got to shake him wildly to even notice that. So it's not like you can see any on the camera. He is a rubber face. So for $20, you're getting a rubber faced monkey in very good condition. I didn't note that this is like a velvet. This is like a velvet right here on his feet. They didn't do that on his hands, but they did on his feet. There you can see the stitching is very well. I mean, this is like new old stock. I don't think this has ever been played with. Like I almost feel like this is as new old stock as the little Knickerbocker Humpty I had last year. So $20, cute little nugget, rubber face, very good condition. Again, in the crevices here, you can see where it never saw the light of day. It has a little pink hue, but he definitely is a cute little tan.
He's a cheeky fella.
He's just super cute. I mean, gosh, even if you want a little monkey to put in the car with you, I don't know, maybe he could be your dash monkey. I just think he's super cute. And to give the Knickerbocker at $20, especially in this good of condition. Oh, and the ears, they're made of felt, and there's no moth bites, no condition issues there. Super clean, in really good condition. The only reason why he started at 20, and there's a little here on the computer I got to get rid of, but you make a little mess, buddy, but a lint roller, he's going to be good to go. So Kathy, thank you. Thank you so much, Kathy. Let's do a countdown. 21 or more on the Knickerbocker. Now, would you say he's probably 60s, Amy, 1960s, wouldn't you?
Late 50s,
early 60s. Yeah. All right. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. If I was keeping him, which I had intended to, you lint roll him a little bit, and I think he'll be good to go. So, I mean, I just wanted to note buddy, you got a little bit of loose hair. Okay, Jason. Okay. So we got Nicole in with a 22. There is the just in cases both in after the bid end. So with the fast internet, Nicole, he's yours for 22. Thank you so much and congratulations.
Well, Kathy and Caroline, both of your bid ends did come in after the bid end.
Yes. Although they came in fast.
They did. Yeah. Don't forget to refresh, you guys.
Please.
The lag will get you. So refresh. Okay. My next round's going to start at 28. And I just found this over the weekend. And I have never found this before. Never come across this particular planter in the wild before. And what I can tell you, it's Lefton. Just the cutest ever little puppy dog with the big flower and bow. And there is a cat that matches this. I've not ever come across the cat in the wild before either. And there's even little yellow daisies going around the side of the planter. Now this is more of that satin ceramic. So it is fired on. There's no cold paint you have to worry about on it. The only thing that's high glaze are the little eyes to kind of give them a little bit more lifelike look to them. I absolutely love this. And it is a Lefton planter. It does have the foil sticker there still on the bottom and the numbering for the mold. It's a nice big planter. And I do believe that there was a plant in here at one point. There's just a little bit of staining on the inside in a couple places, but no calcification or anything like really major with it. There is this little extra like nubbin of ceramic right there. It didn't you see that? It kind of didn't come out of the mold like completely clean. It doesn't affect anything. It's just back there on the back, but it is a nice large planter. I just thought it'd be cute. It's not like a baby planter. It's just cute for spring and summertime. Even would look cute with some plastic flowers, I think, coming out of the back. Measurement for it is 5 by 6 1/4 inches tall. And then it's about 3 inches this way. Okay. So it is a nice larger size. Jason, have you ever seen either one like this one or the one before?
It took me away, and I tried to look at your previews pretty close. I didn't even see this. I am blown away. Never have I ever seen this ever before. So really cute.
Yes, I just love. If I see something I want to bid on, I send fight information before you bid. Or so Suzanne, you're welcome to put in bids into the chat if you want to bid on anything. If you win anything, we just ask that you email information to either Jason or I if you win an item, and then we can get you invoiced and your goodies shipped out to you. All right.
Yep.
All right. So Nikki's in at 28. Not any kind of notable damage to her. There's, just a little bit of staining on the inside of the planter, but it is at the back side. She's just really nice on the outside. Okay, so let's count her down. We're looking for 29 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid it.
And I love the fact that they gave her a body from the side. You don't often see that on these planters.
Yep. Well, she's even got a little tail. So it's kind of like her whole body is molded in here. It's usually they're sitting. So I just really like how they stylized this one. All right. There is that bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. So Kim was at 29. Nikki did put in a just in case. So Nikki, it is yours for 30. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, my next item is going to start at 40. You're going to get them both. And I did a deep dive research on these to come up with the $40, okay? These are actually made by Dakin, the same company that makes Dream Pets, okay? And these were also made for the Walt Disney. And I want to make sure I say it right. These are during the era of the production. So you're going to get them both. They are wearing fabric clothing. They are jointed and can move, and they are made of like a rubber plastic. Okay, so they're probably late 60s, early 70s. All right, so you can look these up online. Some of them were made later, same sculpt by a different company. If they have the tags on them, they are the first or second generation, and they're made by Dakin, also the same company that made Dream Pets. All right. The only condition issue that I could really find on Minnie Mouse is that where her little snap is, it's sort of pulled away a little bit, but her clothing is super clean, and you don't always find her with all her amenities, like her little bow. A lot of times the little bow is missing. You can see she still has her original Dakin, if it wants to focus, tag on the back. And for the most part, she is very, very clean. What's usually missing on him is usually his little buttons are missing down here on his little breeches, okay? Because those are just little applied felt. He has both of them. He's in very good condition. You can, hi, kids. You can move his hand if you want. You can move his head if you want. And then he doesn't have your traditional Dakin style tag, although everything is noted that Dakin made it, and it has the little Hong Kong tag here. If it wants to focus there on the back, and you can see where it says Mickey Mouse, and then it has all these other things on the bottom. It says Walt Disney Production, product of Hong Kong. So he even has his original shoes, and everything is intact. There is no major discoloration. There's no major stains. I almost knocked over poor Minnie. So for your 40, you get both of them, and they both measure about 8 inches tall. So I didn't do a ton of cleaning. I'll clean almost anything. Okay. I get nervous though, scrubbing the faces. So I figured that wasn't too bad. Hopefully the new owner's okay with taking care of that. We do have a little bit of color wear here to the nose, but other than that, hands are super clean. You can pose him doing the traditional Mickey hello. If you guys have a fun little Magic Kingdom, maybe you could put him in front of. And everyone I found seems to have that pull part with his little shirt in the back. It seems to open like that. So if it's washed out, that's a yellow. Breeches are red. Has both the original. His nose has been kissed. You were right, Catherine. I like your viewpoint on that. And then I love Minnie here. She is posable. Hi, Mickey. You can go ahead and move her jazz hands however you want to. You can see that she has her tail. Mickey doesn't have a tail. And when I researched him, he didn't have one, but she does. And the only condition issue is that you have a little pull right here where the snap is, and it seemed to have pulled the fabric away a little bit. And then you can see she has her original Dakin tag, which I was blown away. I was like, Dream Pet? What? And they're rubber. And then she's got her original shoes and her original bow. So let's go ahead and do a countdown. 8 inches tall, probably late 60s, early 1970s. And they are both embossed here on the back, Walt Disney Production. So, whoop, come on, Mickey, stand up. Looking for 41 or more, and we are doing just in case for active bidders. High five. All right. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. You're right. You're right, Tracy. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I just think these are really fun. When it comes to the Mickey things, these are some of my favorites.
They never have the clothes, if I see
No,
them.
they don't.
They don't.
And him, you can find him on other platforms, but he's missing his buttons. They got everything they're supposed to have. There's the bid end. Hey, Kathy, congratulations. They're coming to you. Thank you so much. Congrats.
Congratulations, Kathy. Okay. All right. I'm going to bring my Kewpie out next. And oh, goodness. I love these. This is the big one. This is the 12-inch Kewpie. But okay. It's really about the dress for me, in addition to the Kewpie. If we can get my camera to cooperate, there we go. Look at this fabric.
Oh my goodness.
It's all pixies and mushrooms and little bunnies and birds and flowers. And there's even little breeches underneath in the same print. And then the dress, of course, is just adorable. And it's on a 12-inch cameo Kewpie, and this is the squeaker Kewpie. So she does still squeak. And the dress, however, does not have a closure on the back. This was how I found it, just safety pinned back there. So I have added the little bouquet of flowers. Now, it's not permanent. I just attached it to Kewpie's hand there with one of those clear hair bands. All right, so the flowers can come out of the hand, but I just thought she needed some flowers to hold. I just thought she was darn cute. Yeah, she is holding daisies. And then there's this little sweetly stitched, do you see like the little stitched edge that's on the little collar of the dress? And Kewpie is jointed, so you can, here, I bought you some flowers, Jason.
Well, thank you, Miss Kewpie.
You're welcome.
You're
jointed little arms, and her head is also jointed, so you can pose her how you want. And she does have jointed legs here as well, so she can sit as well if you want. So she's fully posable. I don't know. Kewpies, I don't know. I don't know. It's that shifty look. I think that's what gets me every time. Yep. So Cameo Kewpie, I do believe she's from the late 60s, this particular one. As we moved into the 70s, a different company took over from Cameo, but she is in really nice shape. She is marked Cameo back here on the back of the head, and she's also marked on the back of her body down there, and that's where the squeaker hole is. It's kind of like mid-back right there. If you squeeze on her, that's where her squeaker is. But the flowers can come out if you don't want her to hold the flowers, but I just thought she needed a little something to go with her little pixie dress. If this was a full-size dress and it fit me, I would be keeping the dress, but sadly it does not. It fits around about my ankle, and that's about it. So that's not going to work. So Kewpie can just enjoy the dress. Okay. Let me get caught up on the chat. All right. I see Karen and Lisa and Susanna, and Lisa's back in at 34. Erin just popped in there with a 36. All right. Again, Kewpie measures 12 inches tall to the top of her little curly Q up here. And she is, I thought I had a width on her. She's about 7 inches wide at the arm span. The dress, I didn't measure the outside of the dress, just the arm span. Okay. So let's count her down. Lisa just popped in there with a 37. So we're looking for 38 or more. Anybody that's bidding is welcome to use the just in case during the countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
If there was a dress big enough with that material, I would wear it too. I would wear it. I'd wear it like a lady gown. That's what I would do. A lady gown.
And you could even have some matching bloomers.
Absolutely. Right? I could go out and pull weeds
and not shoes. You don't need shoes. You don't. Okay. Bid end is in from Kim. Thank you so much for taking over there, Kim. All right, so it looks like Lisa had the highest bid at 37. Erin did put in a just in case. So Erin, she is yours for 38. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
All right, gang. $15 choice. They're going to be $15 choice. They're not a set. These are singles, but you could buy them both if you want them as a set, but I'm going to sell them to you as singles. One of them has a condition issue. But these are super hard PY shakers to find. Okay, so the one does have a little chippity right here on the back of its bow, but it displays, or on the back of its flowers from the front, it displays beautifully. So these are really hard to find as a set. Okay, so you're going to have choice on them. These are the PY Honey Bear shakers, and for $15, if you scoop one at 15 and you have the lookout, its mate is like a burgundy red kind of color, almost like, I don't want to call this one like a sea foam, but it is green, but it is sea foam. So if you can find
like a purpley red kind of color.
Yes. If you can find the mate, then you'll have like $125 set of salt and pepper shakers. So for $15, you could have one as a figurine until you find the set, or you can buy both of them at $15 and you'll have a set, but it's a set of the two same ones. So let me show them to you up close. They just say Japan on the bottom, but these are made by PY, and these are in very, very good condition, except the one does have the chip on the back of the flowers. So these are called the little honey bears. This little guy here, he's shaking the little hive, and I think the other one has like a little mock honey like jar almost. So that's why they're the honey bears, because this little guy here shaking the little beehive to get the honey, and the other one has the little honey jar. So super cute, super kitsch, great color for spring, great color for next year's Easter display. And this one is damage free, and this one is your 2-hole. I love the way they do the brushing of the paint for the hair. There's just something about the ceramic porcelain glaze that they use on PY that is just top notch. So they both measure just about 3 inches tall by 3 inches wide. They both have these fun, if we can get the glare off here, you can see these little flowers in their hair. And again, no joke, you guys, these are super. Amy, did you sell this set before on a live?
Nope.
No, but you had another
rare. I had the bears
set of PY. Like, these are really, really expensive shakers. So usually these go.
I've had some of the other PY ones, but I've not had the bears. And William, as far as I know, the 14,000 collector, I haven't seen this pair yet.
I don't think they.
She did like PY, but I haven't seen the bears.
I'm selling these because I believe, now I found them and I filmed myself. So I did find them last week at the thrift store, which blew me away. And I actually drove back there today before the sale, hoping that the two other, I was hoping that the people, because usually these kinds of shakers end up, people think because they're the same color, they go together.
They go together, yeah.
People that don't know as much as all of us do in the chat and the ones selling, we all would know that because they're 2-hole and they're identical, odds are they're not a set. So I thought, okay, maybe they're just like leaking them out to the floor slowly but surely. So I drove back today to the thrift store in Palmyra where I got these because I was at the booth working. I was like, please let them put the burgundy, please, because then I would have offered 2 sets tonight. Now, you mark my words. In like 2 weeks, I'll go in and they're in there. So then what I'll do is, if they're in there, I'll message the folks that buy these tonight and we'll figure something out, okay? If I go back to that thrift store and I find the other 2. So again, they're identical, except one person, if they both sell tonight, one person's going to have to take one with a little chip in the back, and we'll show it to you again. But truth be told, here this one is. It displays beautifully from the front, minimal crazing. But there's your little chip here in the back, okay? So if the chip doesn't bother you, then if the high bidder doesn't take both, you could take both and you could sell one for a lot more than what I started them at. So, again, these are PY ceramics. They're PY Japan. They are shakers, and they're called the little honey bears. They are identical. I thought they'd make great figurines, or you could have it with hopes of finding its mate and then having a very expensive set for a budget price. So everybody's bids, thank you so much. Rose is back in at 17. Caroline, thank you. I saw your 16, so we're looking for 18 or more. Let's go ahead and count these down, and you can use it just in case if you're an active bidder. Let me just double check one thing before we do a countdown. I got paranoid. Nope, that was the only chip. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. The light caught it weird. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I love the way they painted the hive. I love the color of the bear. Even if you take these both, I think they make a great set, even though they're duplicates, but that's up to you guys. So there's the bid end. Thank you so much, Karen G. So Carolyn had Rose had a just in case of 20. Caroline had a just in case of 25. So for 21, you get first choice, Caroline. Let me know. Did you want 1 or 2 at 21? They'd be 21 each. and then backup is going to go to Rose. And I promise whomever buys these, if I find the other two at that thrift store, I'll send you an email and we'll hook you up and we'll get you the full set. So, and of course, if you just pick one, whoever was the high bidder will get the one without the chip. So now we see the lag. So 21, and then Rose, you're on backup for 20. All right, Caroline, I got you for the one. And then Rose, if you're all right with the one with the chip, Rose, did you want the one with the little chip for 20? And if you pass, we'll bring that one back in the recap. Just let me know, Rose. It'll have a little chip, but it displays beautifully. So thank you so much, ladies. Congrats.
All right. Okay, I am going to do my little wedding celluloid cupies next. And these, I usually don't see these. I've only ever had one other set of these. Rose says she's good with the chip.
All right.
All right. So this is 2.5-inch celluloid cubies, and bride and groom. Bride surely doesn't care what she wears on her wedding day. And the groom is not wearing pants. But, you know, they have to have some decorative headgear, right? Mm-hmm. So these are marked 10-0 on the back. Usually that indicates these are made in Germany. I've seen discrepancies about that. But these are 2.5 inches tall. They come much smaller and much larger than this as well. Paint is really good on both of them. Usually that is where the issues lie with these guys. And paint is really good on their eyes. Let me get caught up on the chat. Thank you all so much. Okay, pants are always optional, Gavin says. Okay. So the little bride cupie, she's got like some tiny little tatting work, kind of like, I don't know, as a veil kind of, and she's holding onto this millinery flower. And then he has like a crepe paper hat and then hand painted little suit. We'll turn them to the back. They do both have their little blue wings going on there. All right. And these came, I'm trying to think if these came from Iowa or they came from the doll show. I can't remember which place I got these guys at, but I usually don't run across these. If I do, they're just a plain little celluloid cupie. They're not the little wedding couple ones. But let me get caught up on the chat. Caroline is in at 29. So we're looking for 30 or more on the little pair. I couldn't split these guys up. You know, they got to stay together, right? All right, let's count these guys down. We're looking for 30 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. I do believe that these date to the 1930s.
She's looking at him like, I'm naked.
I don't know about you. You don't have any pants on.
Oh, goodness.
I know. Every time I see these, I have so many questions. So many questions. Right?
I don't even want the answers, Amy.
Bid end from Kim is in there. Thanks for taking over there, Kim. So it looks like Erin was at 35. Caroline had a just in case of 52. Karen had a just in case of 39. So Caroline is going to be my winner at $40 over Karen's just in case. Thank you so much, Caroline.
All right, Amy, $20. $20. And I'm selling this to you not as a functional game. Okay, although maybe you could fix it. I did try with a battery. Maybe you can fix it. But for your $20, it is a harder to find game with Disneyland, and it is by Jack Maher's Disneyland. It's the electronic quiz, okay? So you can find some of these online, and they want a heck of a lot more, and they're missing all of the parts. My box is in very good condition. I believe it has all of the original parts, except the electronical part does not work. So for $20, if you are a Disney lover, this box, I think, would be great just as a background with all those fun Disney characters. The measurement of the box, and I'll show you everything in it, it's about 8 by 10. So it's about 8 by 10. And in all my research, some folks are saying this is from the 40s and stuff. I don't believe it is. I believe it's probably from the late 60s. I guess, yeah, because when did Disneyland open? In the 50s? And then Disney World opened up in the late 60s, early 70s, I think. So I believe this is maybe late 50s, early 60s, and it is Disneyland. So here you get the box for $20. And if you guys want to do a Google search, you'll see what some folks are asking for these that don't even have all of the parts. So here are the sides. Okay, thank you, Catherine, in 71. So this one is definitely 1960s, I would say. And all these fun characters all the way around. All right. So Disneyland opened, yes. Okay, so Disneyland opened in 70. Walt Disney World opened in 71. Did they
No,
really
she's saying Disneyland is about to be 70 years old.
Oh, okay. All right, yes. So, sorry, I read that completely
That's
wrong.
all right.
So here is the lid to the box. Gotcha, 55. So,
yeah, 55.
I don't know if this has a date on it. I did my best to research this. This is sort of a game like, remember Operation, when you would operate on the guy and if you touched his funny bone, the little light went off. And that's in essence what this is supposed to do. So here on the inside, it's actually a quiz game. So you open it up. Let's get down to it. So each one of these fun little sheets, and it's almost almost every Disney story has one. We'll take those off. Let me show you. Here's what the board looks like. So you lay one of the boards in, and then you take these little electronical components, and you read the questions, and you're supposed to match them. And when you match them, if it's wrong, the little light up here lights up. And I do believe in the research I did, it's just a light. There's no noise to it. So let me open this up here so you guys can see what you're dealing with. So it takes a D battery, which I actually had one, and it was a good battery. Both of those tips look really clean to me. So I had a battery in there, and I tried to test this today, and it did not work. It does have a bulb in it. So again, for your 20, if you find one that works, you have all the parts. So it's kind of a deal at $20 for that. Or if you're just a Disney lover and you just don't care that it doesn't work aesthetically, yes, it is just one battery. Honestly, yeah, because Dusty, it's only really working. It only needed to make the connection, for the bulb and then for the little game sheet itself. So each one of these game sheets sits on here, and then the little metallic plate underneath. Let's see if we can show you here. The little metallic board underneath kind of has a electronical spark, which then would indicate and make the little light go on or off.
Kim says maybe the bulb is burned out.
Could be. It could be. I did everything that I could do to test it, and it is a little teeny tiny bulb in there. I mean, now here's where it's going to get hinky. You're going to need someone who can weld, because you're going to have the little spot weld on the back of the bulb. So, but it's a game I had never seen before. When I started doing research on the internet, none of them had all of the game pieces like I believe mine does. So thank you so much, Rose. I see you for 20. So then once you would put the battery in, then you lay it back into the bottom of the box, and that becomes your game board. So again, I showed you both parts of the box. Now you have all these fun game pieces, okay? And then each game piece has a whole bunch of the Disney characters on the back. So I thought, heck, just for the $20, if somebody wanted to repurpose these, junk journal, frame them, and then it's all different quiz questions.
So the sheets are double-sided too, right?
Yes. Yep. And there's if you research a little bit online, there's a few more directions that help you in playing this. But in essence, it's a quiz game, and then you're going to answer the questions, and the goal is to answer them right. And if they're wrong, then the little red light comes on, kind of like the Operation game did. So some of these graphics are really super fun. Like you have Dumbo. Look, Dumbo's out wading in the ocean. Like if you guys just wanted to frame that, like here's the whole gang down by the Jersey Shore having a fun time here, hanging out in Wildwood for the summer. Then you have some of the other ones from Figaro to Pinocchio to one of the three pigs. I'm Goofy guy. I'm Goofy. So you got him. And then you got the pirate ship here. And again, anyone online that I found didn't have all the cards. And I believe I have all the cards. And I'm getting to the best one here soon. So then you have some more of the different characters doing different things. And again, this fits on that board that I showed you. But this one's one of my favorite, because if y'all are into Halloween and Disney.
Oh, look at Dopey with the
He's got a jack-o'-lantern, and then it looks like he's lighting a firecracker behind Mickey's behind. Poor little guy. Like, don't. And you know what? I think my favorite character is Jiminy Cricket. I don't think he gets enough time or enough respect. Jiminy Cricket's my favorite. And then, what was his name, guys?
Oh gosh, I was just trying to remember what his name is. Isn't he from the Three?
Yes. Yes. And he's like, I got the candy cane, boys. He's like, I got the candy cane. So as far as I can tell, because I mean, I tried to see the numbers on the cards. So
3 amigos,
11 and 12. There's 1 and 2, 7 and see, it's hard to tell because where they put the original holes are over top of where the numbers are supposed to be. So we got 6 of them, which makes sense to me that that's all of them. Then with your starter board right here, if not, you have almost a doggone full complete set. And if you can get that light to work, you have a game that I think is worth over $100. But the way it sits, it's going to be.
Yep.
Yes, you're right, Aaron. You're so right. So Ruthie, thank you so much. But basically, I'm selling you on a shelf sitter with decor and a game that'll function if you can get the battery to work. So let's count it down. We're 35 with Ruthie. We're looking for 36 or more. And we are doing just in case for active bidders. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I see Rose's just in case of 40. Thank you so much. We're waiting on Karen G's bid end. On the fun Jack Mars Disneyland Electric Quiz game. There's the bid end. Thank you so much, Karen G. So Rose's just in case. Ruthie had a straight bid of $43. Thank you so much, Ruthie B. Congratulations. It's a unique one, guys. Thank you so much.
Really cool. All right. My next round's going to start at 14. And I usually don't bring framed things, but this was also something I got over the weekend. And I just really liked it. And especially since it's not super large, I usually don't get to pick up any kind of crewels. And this one is super clean, although I am seeing a Parmesan hair because he jumped up here. I got that off the flower. Okay. Parmesan hair free, but it's very nice and clean. No pulled strings on any of the yarn. Really nice condition on it. And it says, friends are flowers in the garden of life. I just really love the bright colors and everything in this. And that's why I picked it up. And there is a little butterfly even here in the center. And these are kind of raised 3-dimensional. They're much thicker than the canvas that they are stitched on. And it just comes in just a simple wooden frame. It does have the sawtooth hanger on the back. I believe that this was professionally framed based on how the paper is on the back. There's a couple little indentations in the paper, probably just from storage of it, but I think it was professionally framed once they finished their little crewel work in here. But cute for a gallery wall if you have something like that. I just really liked it for spring and summer. I just really liked all the different colors in it. And the little tulips and these flowers in here are kind of like a dusty rose and like a lavender purple, if you will. They're not really showing true color, but all the other colors seem to be showing up just fine. But the measurement for the frame, the outside of the frame, is 6.5 by 8 3/4. And this isn't one that I would like offer to take out of the frame and ship it flat, just because it's professionally framed in there. It's ready to hang. And I think whoever got it done really was proud of their work. I know this was a kit that came, you could put it together, and it did come in different sizes. I have seen this before, but I've never run across it in the wild before. So let's count it down. Aaron's in at 14. So we're looking for 15 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
I'm impressed, Amy. You brought a cruel and I brought a mushroom tonight. Look at us.
What is going on?
Crazy. It's crazy.
All right. Bid end is in there from Karen. All right. Congratulations, Aaron. It is yours. Thank you so much.
All right, gang. Don't let the price scare you. I'm going to explain to you what you're going to get. But it's going to be a $50 start. It's going to be a $50 start, but you're getting the whole set. Excuse me. You're getting the whole set, and it's all in like new condition. I don't think this has ever been used before. So I know a lot of our folks love the crazy kitsch, okay? These are more realistic, all right? I had these, held on to these. Tina actually got these, I think, back in January. We held on to them till the spring, okay? But I think if you love flowers, if you love more realistic, I don't know. I think they have a great look to them. So for your 50, you're going to get a 5-piece set, and they are made in Japan, and they are made by the Lego company, or Leo Gold, or whatever it is, Lego company. All right. So if you guys are into collecting frogs, these would be more realistic than your Neil the Frog. So for your 50, you get 5 pieces. You're going to get the salt and pepper shaker set. All right. I love the colors on these. These are very vibrant. They're very 60s looking. They're going to look great with, your Merry Mushroom set. They're going to look great, with even your real animated kitsch, like the shakers I just sold, like the honey bears. Okay. So there's your 3-hole. And these measure, I collect frog princess. Oh, and Dusty, these actually would fit the whole Prince kind of feel too, because they're more realistic. But I digress. So this one is your 3-hole. This one is your 2-hole. They both have their original plastic stoppers. You can even see the porcelain super clean because it doesn't look like it's sat on a dirty counter. The ceramic and the glaze on them is beautiful. There is no real crazing, and these measure about 4 inches tall. So 4 inches tall. So if you're looking for a fun place setting to decorate with, this is it. So the 50, you're getting it all. I didn't want to break it up. I didn't want to break the set up. So this has the original sticker on the bottom, as you can see. This is your little creamer, and I don't know if you guys can see, it actually is marked Japan. It's kind of pressed in there. So here you're getting the fun little creamer, which again, you don't need to use as a creamer. You could use this as a little vase if you want to. It is the fun green and the white as the shakers, and the creamer measures 4 inches tall as well. So if you can imagine, here's your set. Here's your little shaker friend. I can just hear him going, ribbit, ribbit,
Ribbit, ribbit.
And again, you're getting the whole set. So that was your creamer. Where's the sugar, Jason? Well, we got it right here. And there's no damage to the sugar whatsoever. They don't have spoons. I imagine maybe they had plastic spoons. They're not going to come with spoons. So there is the little top. And I'm trying to figure out, I feel like the shakers are holding a snail shell.
Yeah, it looks like a shell to me.
And I feel like that's a little snail's shell on the top. And they have these fun polka dots on. And again, if you don't want to use it as a sugar, you take the lid off. You could use that to put your little air plant in and use it as a vase if you want to. So again, I know a lot of our folks in the chat here love to hinge on the super kitsch. But I thought with it being spring and into summer, what are we going to decorate with? This would look great all summer long. So this measures just about 4 inches wide. So we're about 4 inches for all. Now, that's not it. I think I'm going to call this one a jam jar, although you could use this for whatever you want. The reason why I'm going to call that is it has a little slot there for the spoon, okay? Usually these bigger ones, it can't be a sugar because I already have a sugar. I guess it could be honey, it could be jam, it could be whatever you want. It's big enough. You could put little butter bits in there. If you
Goldfish crackers.
Yes. It can hold anything you want. So, and again, you're 50, you're getting the whole set. So you're ready to go. So maybe if you're a reseller and you just want the shakers, I'm sure you could make, money selling the rest of the set. So he's coming in at 5.5 inches wide. So again, I believe this set has never really been used at all. Most of them have their original. Now that one is just the foil part of it, but all of them are embossed Japan. Oh my God, Kim, gummy worms. That's fantastic. Absolutely. Oh my God. Now I want to keep it and put the gummy worms in it. Absolutely. So again, I will go as quick as possible. There's no interest, but it'll be $50 for the whole set. Okay. It measures 5.5 inches. This one we're going to call the larger one. I'm going to call this a jam jar. Okay. It's $10 per piece. I didn't even think about that. It is $10 a piece. So you're going to get no chips or cracks to any of them. You're going to get what I'm calling the larger ribbit jam jar. Could you imagine if you had tiny little crowns for each one of these? I mean, that would look really, really fun. Then you're getting the little sugar. Hopefully they're not being washed.
I've never seen these either, Jason.
Never have I ever.
Not.
When Tina came home with them, I was like, oh my gosh. She's like, I know it's not the kitsch that you sell on the lives, but it's Japan, it's ceramic, it's a whole set. And I'm thinking, like, if you did like a more kitschy Neil the Frog, add your real frogs to it. If you do like a Cinderella, oh, I got you, Critter Girl. Put little tops on them. I mean, these you could. How fun would that look if you put
with the gummy worms hanging out of the mouth? It'd be a whole thing. Yeah,
that too. And then, like I said, there's absolutely no chips. Look how clean, for the most part, the inside of that is. Like, I mean, this is never. Look at the porcelain. No like browning or darkening to it. And then we're going to end with the shakers. So you're getting the shakers as well. And somebody online was calling this made by Schmidt. You know, we know it's not because we have the little
Schmidt is 80s.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they were saying. So let's go. Oh, and these have what I believe are like leaves on the back. So I believe they either have leaves or shells on the back. So got your Critter Girl. Let's do a countdown. We're looking for 51 or more, and you get the whole entire set. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. Yes, you do. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I still can't figure out what they're holding. They're holding something, but I can't figure it out. Maybe it's a snail.
How have I never noticed that Critter Girl's profile picture is a frog? I've never noticed that before.
Well, in our defense, Amy, they're teeny tiny on our screen.
Okay, well.
All right, there's our bid end. So Critter Girl, the whole gang's coming to you. Congratulations, Ribbit. Thank you so much.
Ribbit, congratulations. Okay. My next round is a Cupie round. I do have some more Cupie things. So this one's going to start at 16. And I have had these before, although I've not ever had this one in particular. And this is called a Cupie card. And I'll show you what that means. So it's from Jesco from 1986, and it's really not focusing. But we have this cute little Cupie illustration here in the center, information, care of friends. And this one here is given a spoonful of love to this Cupie here in the center. And it says, gee, it ought to be unlawful. And then you open this up and it says, for you to feel so awful, get better soon. So there's a whole series of these. I have had some of these before, some general greetings, some birthday ones. And it does come with a harder plastic jointed Cupie doll in the card. That's why it's called a Cupie card. So you got the greeting on the outside and on the inside, and you can actually take the doll out. I am going to take the doll out and show it to you. So it is 1986 Jesco on the back. So I will go ahead and pull her out so you can see what she looks like, because she's a girl Cupie. I've never had one that came with a girl doll before. So she is just kind of twist tied into her little card. But look, she's got a little bow tie up in her hair. And I've never had one that came with a little girl Cupie before. And it looks like she does have lots of lashes. So she does have jointed arms, and the head is stationary, and so are the legs. So it's just the arms that can move. But I mean, I don't think that she's ever come out of this besides me taking it out. I don't think that she's ever come off of her card, because she's really nice condition. Let me get her back in there.
Them Cupies were a bunch of streakers back in the day, man.
Huh?
It's them Cupies. They were a bunch of streakers back in the day, running around naked.
Right? Yeah, I know. So Caroline, I see ya. So the box itself, it's just kind of like light blue with pink hearts all over it. The box measures 5 by 7, and the doll on the inside is 6 inches. So she's a 6-inch little little Cupid doll. I would probably take her out of the box if it were me. But the fact that it comes with its original little greeting card box is pretty fun. And there's a whole bunch of these different ones. So Wendy, can you show the front up close? Yes. Hopefully that's what you're meaning, Dusty. Yeah. Care of friends. So it's kind of, we're feeding love to this one because this one doesn't feel good because it's a, I mean, it is a little get well or a get better little card. But that's the illustration. Okay. So we're going to count this down. Wendy's in at 17. So we're looking for 18 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Karen, you're so right. Don't cook naked cubies. Do not.
No. Naked. Especially if you're cooking with oil, frying some food. Ooh. Probably not a good idea.
Ooh. Oh. Ouch. Yes.
All right. There is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right. So Wendy had the high bid at 17. She did put in a just in case, but didn't need it. So Wendy, it's coming to you. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
All right, Miss Amy, $15. $15. And if you guys collect like the Salty Ma and Paul wooden shakers, or you just like some of the unique wooden ones, I have a fun set for you. I have actually a set of Bird salt and pepper shakers that actually sit on a perch, okay? I've bought and sold salt and pepper shakers for a couple decades, and I have never seen or had this set. So $15, it's made in Japan. It does say Japan here on the bottom. I'll show you in a minute, but let me get my board out of the way. So the way it measures, it's about, and I measured it with the birds on their perch. So it's about 4 by 3. So it's about 4 by 3. So the beaks are wood, it's all painted on, and then back here where their tail feathers are is where you will remove them. I'm not going to take them off. I don't think they've ever been taken off, but you could if you want to put the salt and pepper in there. And then here on their chest, thank you, Rose, I see you're 15. You can see where it is marked salt and pepper. Now, the only paint wear, or they missed it at the factory, is they did not, bring the full swoop here for the P in altogether. But other than that, the paint is phenomenal. So each one of them has a little slot in it, and that's how they sit on their perch. Okay, so they're that heavily lacquered wood from the 1950s. This one is your little bluebird. Look at the fun details on that. Really neat. Amy, have you ever seen these before in shakers?
No,
I mean, these are really, really neat. So there is the salt one, and then here's your pepper one. And it may not read true on screen, but the wings are pink with red on top. So it's a pink and red. So if you guys are into pink, and then, pardon me, then there is the wooden beak in the face, the little slot for them to fit in. And then here is the perch for them, and that's where they have it stamped Japan there on the bottom. So again, I have to imagine that, if they weren't taking care of, the little perch would be missing, or there would be more issues to the paint. So you just literally take it, you slide it right in there, and I tilt them back so they sit, and that's your little blue bird. Then you have your little pink bird. You just sit that in right there, tilt it back. So again, let's spin it around here so you guys can see there's no real chip to it. Sometimes if these aren't stored properly, the lacquered part starts to lift off. Paint is in pretty much doggone good condition, except right here where the little round part of the P comes around is missing. So fun salt and pepper shakers. And the way they sit, again, they measure about 4 inches tall. They measure about 3 inches across. So again, made in Japan. And I've never seen these before. So if you collect bluebirds, or you're looking for, just some fun spring and summer style shakers to decorate with, I think these would be it. So let's do a countdown. We're looking for 16 or more. Thank you so much, Rose, for the bid of 15. And don't forget to use it just in case somebody else comes in there at the end. But you have to be an active bidder. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid and thank you, Kim. I think these are really cute too. Again, they're a fun set. that you don't normally. Yeah, I've never seen them before. This is the first time I've ever had them. So there's our bid end. So Rose, they're coming to you for $15. Thank you so much, and congratulations. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Let me get the screen switched over there. Okay. And don't forget to refresh if you guys haven't in a while. I've had to restart my phone several times. The lag is just, yeah, it's poop like it normally is. Okay. I have a book this evening, and it's pretty fun. I actually have to give credit to Mama Pam for finding this one. And she said, it's got pixies, so I'm getting it. And it is The Adventures of Tommy T. Berry. And this is actually an advertising, piece of advertising as well. So dust jacket here on the front, FYI, does have a couple tears to it. All right. So this is the dust jacket, which usually for these books are missing, but protecting the really nice cover of the book on the inside. But there is a couple small tears to the dust jacket, but the inside of the book is very nice condition. Okay. So this does, oh, Lisa's already in there. I see Lisa. Thank you so much. All right. So maybe some of you will recognize this as we go to it. So it does date to 1944. So publication date right there. All right. And it's advertising for the Clark Brothers Chewing Gum Company.
Oh, yes.
Right? And I'm not going to go through the entire book, but I did want to show a few things in here. So of course we've got there's a really cute story that goes through in here, and this is Tommy. So this is Tommy T. Berry. All right, and he's kind of on an adventure, and he's going through the woods, and he stumbles across a little pixie here in the forest, and his name is Ticklebeard. I don't know where they came up with this stuff.
Good old Ticklebeard.
All right. And Ticklebeard, here he is. And he is the king of the pixies, or king of the fairies. And there's all of his little friends. And as they travel through the forest, here, I really like this illustration here with all the flowers and everything. And yeah, Ticklebeard. I'm not making that up. That's what it says in the book. Okay.
Just call me Ticklebeard.
As they're going on, they're trying to get to the castle here, and the castle is where they make tea berry gum. Okay? That is how that all ties together. So we're arriving. All the supplies are arriving at the castle to make the tea berry gum. Here we go with all the sugar being carted in by train car. It's an interesting one, I'll say. And then we get to the gum factory where they're adding in all the flavoring for the gum, for the chewing gum. Look at this.
Oh my God.
That's the piece of gum that Mr. Tickleberry is holding. Yeah, this is funny. And then here's the gum going through the conveyor belt and how they cut it into strips. So yes, this is advertising, which I think is really fun. And here's some more of the gum factory and how they make it. It's kind of like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, just with gum. And here they are after a long day of work. And I'm not gonna, no spoilers. I won't tell you the ending. But here we go. We've got Tommy's got his own package of tea berry gum that he gets to take home with him in his pocket. And then the last picture is a really nice advertising. Mom said that she did not really care for tea berry chewing gum. She said it wasn't her favorite.
They still make it. You can still get it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I do know that they sell it at Cracker Barrel. That's where I've seen it most often.
Yes, you're right, Amy.
And there is the back of the dust jacket.
I think it's like a licorice flavor. It's like a licorice flavor to it.
Yeah. It's an acquired taste. All right, let me get caught up in the text. I'm behind. I apologize. Ticklebeard. Ruthie, I see you're 14. Thank you so much. All right, so we're looking for 15 or more, again, from 1944. Just a couple tears on the dust jacket, but protecting the book, otherwise in really nice condition. Okay, let's count it down. We're looking for 15 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Oh, I have to
Fred,
imagine.
I'll read you the story tonight before bed. Okay, I'll send you a voice chat. I'll read it to you.
Oh my God. I wish Ticklebeard would wear some kind of a covering if he's going to make Tea-Berry gum.
I mean, yeah, a hairnet, maybe something like that. Okay. There's a bid in from Karen. Thank you so much. All right. So let me scroll way back up here. Ruthie had a 14, but Lisa did put in a just in case. So Lisa, it is yours for 15. Thank you so much.
All right. $15 choice. And I know folks collected these for a while, and let's see if they still do. So $15 choice. It'll be choice on the vintage. These are your little watercolor tins, okay? So the first one, this one is unused. The other one, some of the paints have been used, but they display beautifully. They're really fun, and this one is one of my favorites because these are actually anthropomorphic paints because these aren't just round little faces of kids. These are supposed to be the round watercolors that are on the inside. So I don't want the brush to fall out. But look at that. It's never been used. So on the front, technically, this falls into your anthropomorphic collecting needs because all those faces are the little wafers of watercolor paint with the original brush. So $15 choice. This will be your first one. And this one was made in the USA. So you can see where it's stamped made in the USA. And these are tin. Both of these are tin. And this one is your little artist watercolor set. So these are just cute little shelf sitters. You know, these are fun to put in the back of your display. You don't have to be an artist or use watercolors. They're just fun graphics to use. And there's an original price tag. But in person, I could not make out where it...
Looks like Grant.
Is it Grant? Okay, so
I could be wrong.
Because whoever had sold this put their price tag over this. And I wish they wouldn't have because I love a good original price tag. So the measurements on this, it is 8.5 inches by 2 inches. So 8.5 by 2 inches. So this will be your first one. And again, these are fun little anthropomorphic kids. There's no rusting to either of these. Look how clean that is.
Wow.
On the back. I mean, these are a premium that folks, you know, they used to go wild over these a few years ago. I mean, it was a big deal.
Jason, have you seen Magpie Ethel's collection of these?
Don't even get me. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Of these.
Yes. Now, this one is my favorite, although this one has been used and has a little bit of wear. So this one is a little bit bigger. This guy is like, oui, I will paint you with watercolors. So,
why does that remind me of John?
I don't know.
Holiday displays.
Oh, maybe it kind of does. I don't know. But again, this is really well, and this one is made in England. So this one is a bigger paint tin, and this paint tin is made in England. There is a little bit of wear to it here on the side. So a little bit of wear to it on the side. But I'll tell you, kitsch lovers love all of these, and you can tell that the watercolors have been used. And there's some sort of it says up here in 1972, somebody did the math. 27 plus 27 made 54 different colors. Wowee. That's what they wrote in there on the inside. So I think that's really fun too. Back in August 12th of 1972. So that's there on the inside. So this one here, I'm trying to remember where here. It says that this tin was made. So this one's made in England right there. And this is a nice large one. Again, this would be great to put in a backdrop or if you collected other tins. This one measures 10 inches long by 5 inches wide. So $15 if anyone's interested. There is a little bit of wear to this one, but this one is a super unique one. I love those graphics. And again, these are all usually from the 50s to the 70s. And then after that, they started using the plastic ones that I remember as a child for watercolors. But you can see right here, we have a little bit of wear to the tin. So $15 if anyone's interested. Here, let me show you again. John of Everyday Holiday Displays. Up close.
John's not here in the chat tonight. I thought he might be.
He's somewhere. He can hear us. I know it. And he's wearing his safety goggles. He's like, we're gonna paint a little tree. We're just gonna paint a little tree up here. We're gonna put a little bit of snow. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Bob.
That's Bob Ross.
Bob Ross. So this is a young This is Bob Ross before he stuck his finger in an electrical outlet and got the big afro. So, I don't want to say your name wrong. Is that Shafina? Did you say that?
So.
Shafina? So Shafina, that's a beautiful name. Shafina, I see you're 16. Critter Girl was in at 15. So this one we are going to call England. This one we're going to call USA. And of course, top bidder can take both. So we're out now. We're looking for 17 or more. Let's start a countdown. This one will be USA and this one will be England. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. All right, Shafina, thank you so much. And you have the top bid right now, but now we got Critter Girl with a just in case of 20. So you'd have to be at 21 or more, but there's our bid end. So Critter Girl, you with your just in case, that means $17 choice. Did you want the USA? And remember, this one is unused. Shafana, your 17 did come in after the bid end, but if Critter Girl doesn't take both, you'll have option on any that remain. So Critter Girl at 17, they're both yours. Thank you so much and congratulations. Fun, fun, fun.
Can you guys hear the train?
Yes.
I mean, it's just a couple blocks away, but I feel like it's super loud. So that's why I always go like that when the train decides to come by. I have a little bisque baby up next. It's not a Cupie, although technically a lot of people do refer to these as Cupies, but this is a little bisque babe. And guys, jointed arms. Let's see if we can get little babe to focus. I don't really have anything handy to put up here.
He looks very angry. He looks very angry. He's
not angry. There he goes. He's just he's content.
Okay.
He is made in Germany, FYI. So he's an early 1900s bisque, and he does have little jointed arms with little metal armature there. And I'll turn him to the back. And he's got, he does have a P6 number 2. And I've had these before. It's just very faint, or maybe it didn't ever come out of the mold. They're usually marked Germany right under here, under this P62. It's usually there. It could be there. It just, the impression is not making it visible. But this is a little made in Germany babe. And not easy to find these. Usually at the doll shows, I see these, and they're usually missing their arms. Mm-hmm. So the fact that he still has his arms, so he's a little guy. He's not the smallest. He is 3 1/4 tall by 1.5 inches wide at his little arms. So his arms don't really want to stay up and wave hello to you because of the wire armature. They just they dangle. They're just dangly. So, I mean, he could be like a Cupie cousin because he does have the little curly Q hair and stuff. And there were some bisque Cupies that were made the same time as this guy. He does early 1900s, probably like around 1920 is what he's from. And then he's very flat-footed. He does stand on his own if you want him to. But he's just a little guy. I thought I'd bring him tonight because I did have some other Cupie things, and I did get him at the dollar show in the spring.
You know what's great about this size, Amy, is that, like I was saying with my little Knickerbocker, if you have a doll and you need the doll to hold a doll, that's what these are so cute for. Like if you have a piece of plush that you want to have its own little porcelain doll to hold on to, exactly. That's her little life-size doll, or her little brother, her little bro.
And yes, Melanie, he is made in Germany. Yes, he is. Yes. Okay. So Melanie's in at 14. I'm going to count it down because we still have a couple more rounds, and then we'll count them down. All right. We're looking for 15 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Baby bid end. He does have kind of a shifty look on his face. All right. Bid end is in there. And Melanie, he's coming to you. Thank you so much.
He does have a pancake butt, Dusty.
He does, yeah.
So $10, Amy. $10, Amy. And I got this like a year or two ago, and I just found it the other day, and I thought, this kind of fits my happy spring, and I thought Frogs Jungle. This is from 1948. This is from Kellogg, so it's a premium. It's Kellogg's, and it's the Jumbly Jungle book with over 335 animal combinations. So it's in very good condition. They did these a couple different years, but this one's from 1948. This is some of my favorite graphics back here in the back. Look at Junior and Little Sis. I mean, you don't get much more iconic 1950s than that right there. Look at the flat top cut, and he is just chowing on some Kellogg's right there. So, and here's where it says copyright 1958 by the Kellogg's Company. It says Mother knows Kellogg's best. So, no damage to this. This is super kitschy. It's really fun. At $10, you can, keep it as a book to put into maybe you like Jungle Book from Disney. Maybe you love the graphics on the front, or you can open it up and you can see all these kitschy animals. You've seen one of these before, right, Amy?
Mm-hmm.
One of these fun books. So
yes.
These are fun little flip screens of all these little animals. So, and there's no tears. A lot of times these are played with and missing. So then what you can do is you can flip the pages around and you can mix match the animals so that they're doing different things. So each little scene is something different. So up here we have the turtle, the sheep, or the lamb, and the dog. And up top it says that's the Blowing Bubbles group. So you have the Blowing Bubbles group up there. Then down below you have this gang here. They're at singing school. I mean, those graphics are super, super kitschy. So even at $10, if you wanted to repurpose the book, you could. So this will be a little hard to hold, but here we'll show you. This is the Good Times gang. So the Good Times gang here, look at them hanging out. And again, these pages are supposed to be, serrated like that. So then you can flip them and they're wearing different bodies and all sorts of things. So the group below, this is the Jungle Queen. So we have a tiger or a lion. We have a hippo. Come on, guys, stay together. And then we have a fun bear down here. I mean, you don't get much more kitschier than that. And again, this is from 1948 from Kellogg's. And then you start to get into, of course, self-promotion when they, promoted the Kellogg's cornflakes. I mean, oh, my God, the Good Friends. I mean, look at that. You have he's wearing a
dapper alligator.
So you got the fun alligator there. You have the fun elephant and giraffe. And then down here, we have the, are they the queer fellas? Those are the queer fellas down there. They're having a gay old time. Look at them down there. They're just super funny.
I like the deer.
Oh, my God. And that one looks like Elsie the cow.
It does.
I love this. This book is super fun. And then the way the book opens up is you open up this page, and it just goes on and on and on. I won't show you everything, but literally, look, he's walking like an Egyptian. So that's the roller skating group. Look at them. They're wearing roller skates.
Jason, have I ever told you that the home of Kellogg's is like about 15 minutes from here?
No, I never knew that.
All the big cereal factories are here. Post and Kellogg.
And when you find these books, a lot of times they're stained or ruined. There's absolutely no stains to these whatsoever. And these are considered premium books or promo books because these would have been giveaways from the Kellogg's company. So you can do all sorts of things with it. You could repurpose it. I just think it's an overall, and I want to make sure I close it properly because I don't want to bend it.
Those are really cool.
Those years of being well taken care of. So I don't see any interest, and that's okay. Now I can't put it back. Lord have mercy. But it will be $10 if anyone's interested, and we'll get it put back the way it's supposed to be during the break of the next item. So Kellogg's, and it is the Kellogg's, and is the Jumbly Jumble book from 1948. My favorite graphics are on the back. That alone, if you did a cereal display, you could just pop that in it if you wanted to. And again, the goal is to play with it and turn it into over 335 different animal combinations. But I'm not seeing any interest. So we will sit it to the side, and I will play hell to get it back together. And
I hope you can get it back together, Jason. Okay.
But I'll do it. I'll get it. I'll get her. There we go.
Right.
That's still not right. All right.
Okay. This was something I ironed. Mom said, iron that apron. So I did. So I don't usually find darker printed fabric aprons like this. So it's black. It's a black background, vintage half apron. Really nice condition on it. And hopefully we can see the fabric on here is all little Scotty dogs. So the Scotty dogs are white. And then we've got little trees with buds on them. The trees are actually like a mint, kind of turquoise green color with white buds. And then we've got pink, kind of peachy pink leaves going throughout it as well. I'm not seeing any kind of issues as far as like holes or anything like that with the apron. And it does have just a singular pocket here with a little lacy edging applied to the pocket. Sometimes the aprons can have two pockets, but this one just has one. Pretty good standard size. I think you could probably fit a pot holder or something like that in there. Nice long ties on it. So I do like to always give the measurement for it. I do believe that this would fit an adult. It could probably fit on a child as well. It just would be a little large. You just have to tie it a little bit tighter. So the waist width on it is 17 inches here. Each of the ties are 19 and a half, and then lengthwise it's 21 inches. So I could be able to show you, but it ties around me pretty good. I would probably, I can tie it in a bow in the back. Right. So the ties are long enough on the back side. So that's why I say it would fit an adult. If not, I have seen a lot of people take these and turn them into valance curtains in the kitchen, and they look really cute. So if you have these colors in your kitchen, so like pink and teal and white, which is all the colors in my kitchen, it would be great to just hang up and display as well. If you have one of those wooden hangers, like a pant hanger, so that you can clip it in and then just hang it on a nail, or I just think that would look so cute, turned into a little curtain. But we'll bring that back. At the recap, we'll get Jason going.
Do you think they're little Westies, or are they definitely Scotty dogs?
I don't
Karen
know.
said maybe Westies.
I feel like that's kind of up for interpretation if they're Westies or they're Scotty dogs. I think they kind of look about the same to me.
I mean, that is so 1950s with those colors. I can't even, honest to be.
I don't know my dogs well enough to know the difference in a fabric pattern, but I think they look pretty close to each other.
All right, $10, Amy, $10. And I don't think this is super vintage, but I think it is super kitschy, and I think it's really fun for your spring display. So it's one of these it's one of these little finger. Now they made these from, years ago, all the way up until maybe not so long ago. But it is these fun little Mr. and Mrs. Ladybugs, and then you push the bottom, and they turn into oh my God, oh, they're dancing, they're limboing like ooh cha cha cha. Ooh, I could sit and play with these for hours. So it's like the little finger puppets. Now, somebody told me to tell how old these are. You're supposed to look in between, and if it's like the fishing line, it's newer. If it's the original string, then they're older. So get down, like party. Like I could just sit for out. You can tell I'm an only child, Amy. I think you know it. Like
I loved those kind of toys. Like as a kid, I had a big collection of them. My favorite one was a giraffe.
And then it's like, what weird? Now we're gonna go back that way. So I see it, Karen, for 10, and they're in super good condition. They got these fun little derpy, goofy faces. They're actually holding on to one another, and when you look in between, they have fishing lines. So they're probably vintage, contemporary vintage, but they came in a lot that I got, and they're just so doggone cute, and I love them. And if you collect ladybugs, or you're looking for something in your spring and summer displays, these are just going to look fantastic. So we have one here. Now, he's kind of not a blonde. He's sort of like a ginger. And then this one has black hair over here. Everything is wood. So like the little antennas here, they're not plastic. They're wood. So the way so that means when I say that, I think it's a little more vintage, because some of the new ones, they really switched over mostly to plastic. So it's about 4.5 inches tall. It's about 2 inches across. There's no chips at all to the paint. And again, if I can do this slowly here, you can see in there, it is the fishing wire in there. So they're contemporary, maybe 90s, early 2000s. So Dana, thank you. I see you for 11. We're looking for 12 or more. And again, you can just get hours of enjoyment. You could, you pull up Grady Grupo Vintage Recordings and you find a good jazzy kind of song and you can just get them going, get down on it all night long. So as they dance, we're going to do our countdown. We're looking for 12 or more on the finger puppet. Woo, we're getting dizzy, Jace. Let's do it. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I know my nieces love these too. I think my one niece, Lily, had some of these when these made a big resurgence in the 90s, and I'm sorry, in that 2000s time frame, these finger puppets. So, but still, they're kitsch, they're fun. I love them. And they definitely have an old look to them. So there's the bid end. Thank you so much, Kim So, for $12. Karen G, the ladybugs are coming your way. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. I like those and those tiny little wind-up little walker toys.
Oh my God, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Love
absolutely.
Those. Okay. I have a choice at $10, and usually I don't bring plates. Okay. Actually, this might, besides like some 3D ceramic ones, I think these are probably the first plates I've ever brought to a live sale. But I have a choice of two, and they're both Kewpie related. And so the outside is like little pink rosebuds, and it's kind of like a light sky blue for the outer rim and the inner. And this is choice number one. We do have a marking here on the back, Silesia, and this is made in Germany. So these are like early 1900s kind of plates here. And the image on the center of this one, come on, camera. Why is this so hard? Like it was fine, and then it's not. But we have a little Kewpie here on a chair with a rabbit. Come on, I don't know why it's not focusing. There we go. Okay, there we go. So we've got Kewpie on a chair with a rabbit, and a dog is serving them tea, like you do, right?
Absolutely, in my world.
Totally normal situation.
Absolutely.
So there's no chipping, as far as I can tell, on either one of the plates. Well, hello, Philomena. Thanks for hopping on with us. And Phil's in at 12. So that's choice number one. And this one I'm calling dog because the dog is serving the tea. All right. And then second choice, we'll try and keep it focused here, is looks like these Kewpies are giving the little lammy a haircut. Well, actually, this one is playing some sort of instrument. And then this one has like a curling iron.
Oh,
because
yeah.
She dipped it. She's put the curling iron in the fire and heated it up. So she's curling the lamb's little wool there.
And Amy, what company is on these plates again?
Silesia. Right there. That is the marking right there. Silesia. So it is made in Germany.
Okay. So they're German.
So usually the Kewpie ware is Royal Rudelstadt. There's a couple other companies that did early Kewpie ware as well. But those are the two choices. The plates measure 7.5 inches in diameter. All right. So this one I'm calling dog. This one I'm calling lamb. Yeah, usually I don't bring plates, but they were too cute.
These are good.
So I had to.
These aren't your average plates.
All right. Philomena's in at 12, so we're looking for 13 or more on choice, and let's count them down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. These, I think, would be perfect candidates if you get one of those metal plate hangers to put on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
That have like elastic metal bands in the back, kind of hug around your plate. That's what I would do with them. All right. There is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right. So Philomena had a just in case of 15. Dusty had a just in case of 17. So Dusty for 16. Let me know if you want dog or lamb. Dog or lamb. And then Phil gets second choice there.
He's taking them both.
He's taking them both. You got it. Thank you so much.
All right, gang. $10, you're going to get them both. $10, you're going to get them both. Just when I showed my tin paint boxes, I have 2 tin horns, okay? Both of these, $10, and they're both made in Japan, okay? So let me show you the kitschier one first. I do believe they would work. I have not tried them, but they do have their little plastic tops, and for $10, this will be your first one. So I will show you where it's marked Japan. There's no rust on these. There is a little bit of slight wear. So you have a pink bird up on the top. You have the giraffe. You have a little monkey action. I think you have a little lion and tiger going on down there. I love the fact that he's wearing his bow tie. And how old would these be? These are Japan. So these are probably from the 1950s or the early 1960s, Critter Girl. So these are probably 50s or 60s since they're made in Japan. So if they were USA, maybe same time frame, maybe a little older, but these are probably, especially with the plastic tops, I would hinge these late 50s into the 60s. Then we get into the Hong Kong era, which is more 70s. So if they were the wood tops, they would probably be 1940s or earlier. But so these are probably 50s or 60s. So then we have the fun bear over here. We have the fun bun, especially at Easter time. And then we have the little elephant. So I think that covers all of them. And they're about 5 inches tall. So these are the little teeny tiny children ones. And these are really fun. And these are fun to display like this, or they're fun if you get a bunch of them. We talked about Magpie Ethel. Have you all ever seen her horn and tin collection? Like she's got, I don't know where she stores it. I have a hard time storing the stuff that I collect. I don't know where she does. So Critter Girl, thank you so much. This one is the same exact era. I actually think they would have come in they would have been little party kits. So they would have sold them in bags of 5 or 6. So I believe this one's Little Boy Blue. This one probably has the most wear. The graphic on it is very good. We have a little discoloration down here. And we have all the music notes that go all the way around. And then we have the made in Japan as well right there. So again, yes, with the wood on, it probably hinges late 50s into the 1960s. We got Little Boy Blue. Again, that's not really rust. Maybe that is a slight little bit of rust, but we'll just call that patina and wear. Sometimes these can be completely rotted out, but the insides are clean. And Little Boy Blue, maybe he's somebody else. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe he's Little Boy Blue, and he's riding his little hobby horse. So that's super kitschy too. So, and again, this one is the same exact size. It's about 5 inches tall. And again, these are super fun. And you can really start to collect. You can collect a lot of these because there's really no two are really the same depending how they bend the tin and what graphics you see. And then they start making them in different colors, so on and so forth. So let's count them down. We're looking for 11 or more, and you'll get them both. Okay. So Critter Girl has it at 10, looking for 11 or more. Don't forget, just in case, if you're an active bidder. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And just because I'm saying plastic tips and wooden tips, the USA ones could have had wooden ones, into the 50s longer. But that's just a nice basis on which you can figure out how old your pieces are. So there is the bid end. Critter Girl, thank you so much. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. This should be our last run, yes?
Did I count wrong? I did. I'll grab another item. I'll grab something.
All right. I was just checking. Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right. Nope, that's not right. I put in the wrong thing.
Yeah, I'll grab something.
Okay. My last round's going to start at $8. And this is pretty cool. I have not ever found one of these. I knew that they existed, but I'd never run across one. And this is a little, it would come just like this. a little envelope with a hanky tucked in there. And this is made by Treasure Masters. And they did do all sorts of different variations of these. There's anniversary ones, there's birthday ones, there's baby ones, there's children's ones. But this one has a fancy lady here. And she has the teeniest, tiniest little bluebird perched on her finger from the little bird house that she's walking out of her garden gate with all those pretty flowers. And it does have the original hanky still in there with little yellow embroidered flowers. I'm going to flip it around. And it even has its original Treasure Masters foil sticker here on the hanky, made in Switzerland, there on the back. So it's just like a pocket card. So the front is what holds the hanky. And there's actually the original like adhesive is still in there. So the hankies never come out of the little pocket there. I think if it were me, I would just take a flower frog and display it just like that. I think that would be really cute for, I don't know, a little springy display. Of course, you could take the hanky out of there and do something else with it. Do something junk journal with a little pocket. You could definitely incorporate that into a little junk journal or something like that as well. Measurement for it, it is 7 by 5. 7 by 5. I didn't measure the hanky because I didn't take it out. It is kind of taped adhesive wise on the inside of the pocket. So that's why I didn't take the hanky out. All right. I see Ruthie and Robin and Timmy. We're all in there. Timmy's got the high bid right now at 12. So we're looking for 13 or more. I am going to count it down. Now would be the time to put in any just in cases. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A bid end.
I've been having such a week, Amy. I'm just happy I put pants on today before I left the house.
Hey, you know, baby steps.
Oh my God, let alone
Pants.
count how many rounds.
According to Gavin, pants are optional. So
this is true, but that's Canada. That's Canada.
True. Okay, bid end is in from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, so Timmy had a 14 bid in there, but Robin did put in a just in case right before Karen's bid end. So Robin, it's yours for 15. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $10, and you're going to get both of these. These are hot off the stack of Mother Tucker's goodies. So I feel these fit my theme. So you're going to get them both. So these are going to be your hand towels that grandma and mom are not going to let you use. Okay. So these have fun little like ladybugs on, and they're very 1970s, 1980s. As a matter of fact, I believe they're 1970s. They have their original name tag on. They are made by a company, and I have not seen this tag since I cleaned out Tina's grandmother's house. These are made by Spring Made. Who remembers the old Spring Made towels? I mean, these towels are going to be super soft. They're really 1960s, and they measure when they're opened about 17 by 9. So you're going to get both of these vintage hand towels in both of these great retro colors. So this one is in butter yellow, and this is like more of a cotton. So here, we'll open it up so you can get the whole gist of it. So these are going to be your little hand towels. I mean, you could use these as a wash towel if you wanted to, but these are going to be your little hand towels. And look how super clean they are. That's sort of embroidered in there. So that's embroidered in there, and then you have a little bit of lace work. So both of these for $10. This is your yellow one. And again, they both have their original tag here on the inside. And the more you use these, the softer these get. I mean, these are just really nice. And honestly, I had stumbled upon some towels a year or so ago. Trying to find vintage towels is super hard, especially ones that don't have stains or issues. So again, you're getting them both for $10. And then here is the avocado style green with the same fun little bugs. And you can tell that these have never been used. But boy, these are super soft. And then this one has its original tag as well, Spring Made. And again, these are just great. I mean, if you have a vintage bathroom, or even if you want to use these as hand towels or tea towels in your kitchen, you can. Just because they're smaller doesn't mean you can't. So That's a really great retro green. Definitely going to fit any kind of retro decor. That's just a little bit of fuzz or lint that I have to clean off right there. So again, you're going to get them both for one money, both for $10. I think that's a heck of a deal on vintage
Really
hand
cute.
towels. $10 if anybody wants them. We'll just hold them up here for a minute so you guys can get the feel for them. Again, maybe you have a powder room and you want to do sort of and don't let the bugs scare you. I believe they're ladybugs. Don't you think they're ladybugs?
Scare you.
I mean, wouldn't you say they're ladybugs, Amy?
I think so. They look like ladybugs.
June bugs? I don't know, but I mean, I didn't mean to. I just think they fit and they were right there. So Timmy, thank you. I see your 10. We're looking for 11 or more. And again, they'll be easy to ship. They'll just go in a poly bag. So 11 or more, let's count them down. Thanks so much, Timmy. We are doing just in case for active bidders, and you're getting them both. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Good to go. You don't even have to launder them. No smells. I love them. And Tina just found these the other day. So good. And I think they're going to go to Timmy. So thank you so much, Timmy. Congratulations. They are yours.
Jason, do you have anything to recap?
I do. I have the Kellogg's thing.
Okay. I have one thing as well.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So we're going to do a quick recap. We each have one thing. So if you want to claim anything, make sure to type in the item plus the price that we give you. If you're watching on the replay and nobody claims anything, you're welcome to email us to check if it's still available. Jason, do you want me to do mine, or do you want to do yours? Or...
Ladies first. You go ahead, Miss Amy.
All right. All I had was the Scotty dog or Westie, whatever dog that you prefer. Apron, half apron, really nice condition on it. No holes. I did launder this, so again, it smells like Gain laundry detergent. And I ironed it. It is 12. So apron 12. Caroline, I see you for it. I'll just hang on a second. If I see anybody else pop in there, we'll do a quick countdown to break any ties, but I don't think so. I think Caroline is going to get it. So I'll write you down, Caroline. Thank you so much. And Jason, you want to show your book again?
Mine is from 1948. It is the Kellogg's. It is the Jumble Jungle book. I think you guys remember. And honestly, all jokes aside, it went back. It closed easier than I was making it seem. So here's what the back looks like. You can open it up and have hours of fun. I mean, this is before the internet, guys. This is what you did before the internet. So this one is going to be Jungle 10, if anybody is interested. And then you have all these fun characters. So Jungle 10, this would fall as ephemera. These are fun books. You could repurpose this if you want to. You could do other things with it. I merely love the Kellogg's script on the front. I love the fun, kitschy giraffe. He's kind of like talking to the hippo there, just sort of hanging out. And the lion's like, what are you guys talking about up there? And the hippo's like, he's just talking giraffe talk. And the giraffe's like, I'm just talking my kind of talk. So that's what's going on there. And then I love the kids in the back. Timmy, book is yours. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Thank you.
Congratulations. All right. We did it, you guys. On a Monday, we did it. Thanks for coming on over tonight. I know it's weird. It's not Thursday. It's Monday. But a reminder, I will be doing invoicing tomorrow. So I will email everybody. I'm trying to do it in the morning. Because we have to go down to our antique booth and take the Easter out tomorrow as well. So I will email everybody once your invoices are out there. If you want to use any of your scratch offs that you got in your packages, let me know before I send invoices out so I can apply those things to your invoice. If you want to use it, just let me know. Okay. Jason is going to be working throughout the week getting invoices out because of Extrav. You want to talk about that again?
Yep. So, and I will, hopefully all invoices will be out to you by Friday. It'll just be a day sooner, but you still have until we ask that they be paid by Sunday so we can ship on Monday. So, and if you by chance get one early, you still have till Sunday. We're just going to try to roll it out. We don't want to get backlogged. But if you guys are in the area, it's the Extravaganza week. It runs from Kutz. I better talk slow because I felt bad that I didn't want to say the wrong names. It runs from Kutztown, Pennsylvania, clear down to Adamstown, PA. That's where Mother Tucker's is. We have 2 Reddinger flea markets. They open on Saturday and Sunday. The one in Kutztown actually opens up on Friday. You have Shups Grove that also opens in my area. So tons of flea markets, tons of vendor malls. Lots of people come in and set up from all over the country here. It's sort of like our Springfield Extrav. It's kind of our Brimfield, have you, those sort of things. So if you're in the area, come on down. And if you're in the area, you can swing down into Havre de Grace, Maryland, and go to Pyrex Fest. So there's a lot going on here in the kind of the tri-state area. So come on down. The weather's supposed to be beautiful this week, and we're running tons of sales. So please, please, guys, shop small, and we're all small businesses down here. So go, even if you don't make it to Mother Tucker's, just head out and show somebody some support.
If I wasn't going to Southern Indiana, I'd try to
hear
come.
you. Hopefully we get you in here. Yeah. We'll get you in here for an Extrav, Amy.
I know one of these times I will make it down.
But see, gang, I'm gonna let you in on a little insider secret. Okay, it's best to shop the Extravs the week before and the week after. So if you can never make it the true week of Extrav, don't feel like you missed out, because if you come in the week before, you get the items that are being stocked for the week of Extrav. Then if you come the week after, the dealers are filling their booths again, so you get the fresh stuff. So it's really 3 weeks of good shopping in all of those areas. Insider secret. So truth revealed here on Fantastic Finds.
Yeah. A reminder, I'm going to be leaving super early on Friday. So I do need to ship everything out either Wednesday or Thursday at the latest to get your goodies out to you before I leave for the weekend. So I'll just email everybody tomorrow when your invoices are out there. I do have a special live sale over on Virtual Antique Marketplace on a Wednesday. We're doing a cross marketplace collab with Vintage Jewelry Addicts. So it's kind of, Misty kicks it off at 6 p.m. Eastern. Then we have a jewelry seller, and then me, and you know, back and forth. So it's all evening long. I have preloaded all my goodies, vintage and handmade, up over there. So if you want to go check that out, you can find the link down in the description of the video, or you can find it on my Instagram or my post tab. Those are the easy places to find link to go check that out. So all right, you guys, we're going to move into our community share tonight. Real quick, I'll show the email again in case you guys have some photos you want to send of your Easter or your spring or anything that you want to email photos to us. Just make sure to include a brief description with your photos so we know how to talk about it when you are part of the show. All right. So our share tonight is Dusty Moose.
I'm so excited.
And it's an Easter extravaganza. It's fantastic. So I have 14 photos to show from Dusty. And since Dusty's here, she can help talk about things a little bit in the chat as we go along too. Okay, so here we go. Number one.
Boy.
Yeah. So I think she said, and correct me if I'm wrong, the huge bunny was bought out of an antique store window display about 3 years ago.
Okay. All right.
And I mean, look how big the feet are.
I'm here for it. It's good.
I love that bunny.
I'm going to have bunny envy. I'm pretty sure till we're done with this.
Here's a close-up of the bunny's face.
Oh, my God.
He looks really soft. I really like him. Okay. So the smaller bunnies were from Misty, Jason, and Tina. The smaller bunnies are surrounding.
Yep.
And here's a little close-up.
God.
I remember that bunny. Actually, I remember both of those bunnies.
Yeah, Mr. Overall's there. I got to tell you, he was one of my favorite finds from this with Tina.
He was really good, and his little polka dots.
He looks so happy, though, hanging out with his crew there.
He does.
I
love the little basket of eggs, all different kinds of eggs in there. And then we go to the mantle.
Oh, boy.
This is the overall display of the mantle. And I'm pretty sure she got the little under, like the velvet thing from Heather.
Gotcha.
If I remember correctly. The mantle scarf, yes, is a Victorian and purchased from Heather of Antique Agenda. All right, so this is the overall view, and now we're going to go in close for
love
some
it.
close-ups as we go along. I already recognize that egg box.
Yep.
That came from me. Oh my gosh, I just love all the different kinds of bunnies.
Yeah.
You just never know until you get
Nope.
them all together, how many different ones that there are.
I
I
know.
love that big old orange one. He's amazing.
I know.
Um,
I love the little pink one she got for me because I love his little
the
velvet, his
little
little felt.
vest.
Yeah, he's got
Yeah.
little felt jazz hands.
And there, the big blue one she got
Oh,
from me. And
yep.
there's my little handmade bunny arrangement. Oh, I loved that. And I absolutely love that tin tray in the back with all the chicks on it.
Real good. Real good.
And
Is that
all
a
the
little,
chocolate boxes are fantastic.
is that a candy box here with a rabbit driving a car?
Yeah.
My God, I love that. I need one of those in
I'm
my
gonna go
life.
back through the mantle again. And that Fannie Mae little candy box. All
So
the little
good.
German eggs.
Oh, that's a litho? Okay.
So good. Oh, is it a litho box?
Well, she says it's a litho. Hopefully, well, with the lag, I'm pretty sure that's what.
With the car on it.
Man, I love that. I
That's
feel
cool.
like I saw someone sell that. I don't know where that came from, or I just saw it recently. I don't know.
And then we're going to another display with the Easter tree
Oh my God, that looks so good.
with all the tiny little ornaments
Picture's a
on there.
litho. Sorry, Amy. The
That's
picture's
all right. That's all right. Oh, see, I'm doing a terrible job at reading. Because I
Why?
should have said that all the mantle bunnies and the lamb were purchased from me, Jason or Tina, or Ariana, or found locally.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep. Okay, so the wooden chick cart is from Tina and Jason.
Oh, I love that piece. Oh, that
Yep,
was so
that's
fun.
good.
It looks good there.
We've got candy molds, and there's some new additions to this too, and I will get to that when we go down. So here's a little close up.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Love the postcards and the flower frogs, of
Oh
course.
my gosh, Amy, and the tree she has, that's a Radco tree.
Yeah.
That tree is a Christopher Radco tree. Oh
And here in this photo, we've got some new additions to the front.
Oh, yes. The wooden bunny. I love that too. This looks so good.
And here is a close-up of Big Bunny.
Oh, man.
I love that rabbit.
I love Big Bun.
Where did that bunny come from, Dusty? I don't remember that one.
I don't either. Oh, my God.
These are new additions as well.
God, the candy containers.
German candy container bunnies in the front. I love that purple one in the back.
Oh, the one with the crazy eye just kind of hanging out like,
yep.
Hi, guys. I'm just here hanging out. God.
All right. I'm trying to look at the chat on my phone because I can't have the chat and the photos open at the same time. Oh, it's from Jason.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
This bunny's from you?
No. That one's not
the purple one.
From the local store. The big one's from the local store, and Crazy Eye back there's from me.
Oh, okay. All right. This one's from a
me.
local store. Okay, got it. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So we're gonna go all the way back through.
Oh my God, Dusty, good. This is good.
Oh, see, I didn't even notice my little blue bunny tin was in this one.
Yep.
I didn't even notice it. And I believe that this is not even part of the collection, right?
So good.
It's just a small portion of it. But I love it all. It all works together so well. All different eras, vintage, antique, and everything in between.
Those Radco trees are super hard to find.
And she's got one of those wind-up chomping bunnies.
My God. So good.
And the little sugared guy. He's really cute, too. I love that big orange guy.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Love it. I love everything. Yeah, it looks great. Everything all together. Thank you so much, Dusty, for sending all these in. It's really fun to see everything together.
It is.
All right, we're back to the beginning.
Love it.
All right. Yay. Easter happiness. Thank you so much.
My God, she got the tree for $8. You got
$8,
that tree for $8?
The Radco tree?
Oh my God. Most people don't know that is Radco because that was in the era where he was doing the bottom part in like a like in a resin. So people don't realize that that's like 90s Radco. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's real good.
Very good. Very good. All right. Congratulations, Dusty, on all of your Easter cuties and putting everything together. Thank you so much for emailing those in. All right. And we can always use more if you guys want to send photos into us, whatever you want to send us. We love that you guys can be part of our show too. It's just a special added bonus that we don't really have anywhere else. So I appreciate that so much. All right. Jason, you have anything else before we say goodnight?
I don't. Just thank you guys for your continued support. And please, if you can, go out and support small every chance you can. Small. We need you more than ever. Small business needs you more than ever. So please. Yes. So
thank you all so much. Week after week, we can't do this without you guys. Thank you so much. Big thank you and round of applause to Karen G tonight, and to Kim and Ruthie for all being here and helping out in the chat tonight. You ladies are invaluable. We appreciate you so much. So everybody have a wonderful rest of your week, whatever you are doing. And I would love if you came over to Vamp on Wednesday. It'd be good to see you guys in the chat over there. And if you can, go shop in Adamstown, because I sure wish I could, but I can't. So maybe somebody can. All right. Have a good rest of your evening, everyone. Good night. And we will see you next Thursday back for Fantastic Finds. All right. Yes.